We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
The employees of Adams Drugs would like to thank you for trusting us with your health care in 2025. We look forward to serving you and your family in 2026. You will continue to enjoy the same services such as immunizations, compounding, medication therapy management, delivery service, and wellness clinics, to name a few. Looking for that perfect gift for a loved one? Visit our Emily B. gift shop and find everything from Tyler candles to scout bags. Gift wrapping is available. If you have not visited Adams Drugs and experienced the award-winning customer service, we ask you to consider us for your prescription care in 2026. We have 12 convenient locations to serve you in the River Region. 8 in Montgomery, 1 in Wetumpka, Prattville, Millbrook, and Pine Level, Marbury. Please find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
This is Frank Bertarelli with Zap Pest Control. We're here today to thank Blue Water Broadcasting. We're now over 31 years in business. If you don't believe in radio advertisement, give these guys a chance. You won't be disappointed. Zap Pest Control is still on the move today, thanks to the friendships we've made with Blue Water Broadcasting.
Our advertisers are our biggest advocates. Call us to find out how radio can increase your bottom line. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
The Trump country. We live in the southeast. We drink sweet tea. We don't drink socialist Kool-Aid. The democracy.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark. How's everybody doing here on a Thursday? Eddie Bader here in the studio with me. How you doing?
It's feeling today.
I like it, though.
You like that?
I do like it. And I told you what I did this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I mostly did not prepare for the show at all.
Good.
Instead, I decided to just go work out.
And did you work out your problems? Did you get them worked out?
No, I feel great.
That's good.
Yeah, like got a bunch of weightlifting in. Then as I'm laying in the sauna and doing some stretching, I listened to the first and second book of Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
You ever checked out the prophecy in there?
And
what it might
12,
mean?
But yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
But that's putting it very mildly. Talk about understatement, the art of understatement. Anyway, plenty to get to today. We haven't bombed. The United States has not bombed Iran yet, and Lindsey Graham is pissed.
Well, they're a little bit nervous about it, though, Joey.
Yes, they are. I think it was about to happen, and Trump called it off, and Lindsey's like, oh, it's not off the table. Don't you say it's off the table. I'm like, okay, Lindsey.
Yeah, they cleared that airspace pretty quickly.
Yeah, and the fans are being flamed more and more in Minneapolis and in Minnesota by Mayor Frey and Governor Walz. Trump considering the Insurrection Act. And all sorts of other odds and ends we can go to. Another ChatGPT story, a mother suing after her son. Did that.
Man.
Anyway, let's, though, jump right to the phones
all
and talk to Erica Thomas with 1819 News. Hey, Erica, how you doing?
Howdy, Joey. I'm doing great. How about you?
Oh, we're all right. It's been too long. I hope you had a good Christmas and you're having a great New Year so far.
I did. I enjoyed the Christmas break with my family in McDowell. I came back to Baldwin County, turned 41, and just celebrating the new year.
Well, Sounds awesome.
Mhm.
And I want to jump in on something because you are on the crime beat, and a lot of the stories, I have to admit, I don't know how you do it. We've talked about this before, so God bless you there. And I'll just add, 41's looking great on you. You're doing great, kicking butt. Eddie might be checking out your TikTok.
I've seen your TikTok. You're quite the star.
Thank you. Well,
Yes.
actually, my dog is more the star. You know, he has the most views. So that's my dog, Ranger Danger. He's pretty famous on there.
Okay. That makes you feel okay.
Shut up, Eddie.
No,
Shut up.
I enjoy seeing people like this that we talk to on the radio.
Yeah.
So as funny as it is, I kind of get to know her, another side of her on TikTok. So it's just great seeing that.
So, sticking to the animal theme, let's talk about this story about a great white shark off the coast of Gulf Shores.
Yeah, can you believe there's a shark
Out in the ocean.
in the Gulf? That's crazy, right? The reason why this one is really interesting is because, I mean, what stuck out to me is how much it traveled in a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
This is Ernst. It's a 12-foot female shark, great white, and she was initially tagged off the coast of Nova Scotia.
Wow.
And that was just in October. So she has had quite the journey since being tagged by O-Search. And it's really cool what they do. You know, they tag sharks, and you can watch them online. You can go to their website, and I have linked that in the story on 1819news.com. But there's all kinds of sharks, and anytime they come to the surface enough to ping, they'll put it on there. And so that was really cool. But, I mean, she was right off the coast of Gulf Shores. I don't know if anybody got to see her or not, but it would be hard to even know. There are so many sharks out there, so it'd be hard to know if you saw her in particular. But I just think it's really cool that we can watch these creatures as they travel and make obviously really long journeys.
Oh, yeah. And the shark's name is Ernst, and it's a 12-foot female great white shark.
It's big.
It's a big
That's a big one, baby.
Don't want to run into
Yeah.
that.
Or to take a bigger boat.
Yeah,
there you
definitely.
go. No, I was immediately having flashbacks as a child when I first watched Jaws. And then, you know, that movie doesn't necessarily get less disturbing as you get older.
No, it
because
does
then
not.
you start hearing the stories from Quinn, and you're like, oh man, this movie, Spielberg at his best.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Well, very cool story. I like that one a lot, but let's stick with the Gulf of America because it looks like you have some local representatives, or I mean state representatives. They're trying to stop the downright nasty mud dumping. And then you also have a follow-up to that. The Army Corps is defending the dredging and how they remove sediment. I love the language games and framing, but could you lay out what's going on with this debate right now, Erica?
Yeah, this is a discussion that's been ongoing for a couple of years now with the widening and the deepening of the ship canal at the Alabama port. They have to continue to do for at least 20 years this maintenance dredging. So their plan, they have to, keep that deep enough. There's no way around that. It's going to happen. So what the issue is, and where people are on polar opposites of this, is once they dredge out that sediment, what do they do with it?
Mm-hmm.
So they've been doing a lot of thin layer placement in Mobile Bay, and that has people just really upset about how it could impact the marine life, how they say it already has impacted the marine life, especially the oysters and the shrimp. Now, a lot of people have made their living in Mobile Bay for generations, really. I mean, I talked to a fifth generation oysterman, and he said over the past 30 years, there's been a huge change in what's available as far as the oyster life. Now, what their concern is with this dredging that we've had the last few years, those sediments that are placed without what they call beneficial use, and that's a term that we need to remember here, beneficial use, what does that mean? But the ones that are thin layer placement, they say are killing even more oysters, more shrimp. They're muddying up the water. And I've seen evidence of it in my reporting over the last couple of years. You can basically just Google dredging 1819 News, and you will see just how many stories I've done on this. But of course, I want to do also the Army Corps of Engineers side, because they're the ones that manage this dredging. They're the ones that pay for it. It's a federally funded operation that they do, and they actually say this thin layer placement is beneficial. And so this bill that's being introduced has already been introduced on the first day of the session. Senator Chris Elliott said this was his top priority going into the session. And so immediately he and Representative Marques, they introduced companion bills to stop this thin layer placement, at least for the most part. They want 70% of that dredge material to be used for beneficial use projects. That can mean shore restoration or marsh restoration. There's a lot of different options. You know, at one point they used it to build up an island, and it really helps with not only marine life, but also with like the birds, the native birds in the area. They had more of a place to live in peace, and it was just a great thing. And so the conversation really has revolved around this 70% beneficial use and what that could mean. And the Corps, you know, it's really an expensive option. So the Corps kind of says this thin layer placement is cheaper, and also it is beneficial. So we're going to see a lot of opposition on this from the lobbyists that are wanting to save the federal government money. We're also seeing that a new analysis that was just released yesterday in Fiscal Notes, that this could actually cost the Alabama ports some money. So I'm looking into that today, looking into that a little further and seeing what the truth is. And we'll just keep you updated on what's going on with this.
Very cool. Yeah, and I think it does matter, because even though folks who don't live down there all the time, like, it's a great destination. I have family who lives down there. How much of the state is immediately in great Gulf seafood sent up here? Right. A lot of great interest. It's a beautiful, not just economic asset, just a beautiful part of our state. We don't want it all muddied up at all. Now, you have another story, and it's trending quite heavily at 1819news.com. And again, folks, we're talking to Erica Thomas there at 1819news.com. Bowman's Auto Air owner wants accountability after being shot 5 times by police. Oh,
yeah, this was a crazy story. So this guy, his name's Johnny Bowman Jr. His father started Bowman's Auto Air years ago. He no longer operates that, so his son took over. This is in Sims, so Mobile County. They've been having, where this is located, they've been having some business burglaries in that area. So Sims police in January 4th, they were kind of patrolling the area, and they noticed that a door was open at Bowman's Auto Air. So they went to the door and hollered. Nobody came out. Well, then when they looked in, they saw a camper parked inside, and they noticed some movement inside that camper. So that's when they entered into the business and identified themselves, and they say that the owner, Johnny Bowman Sr., was inside that camper, and that he came out shooting. So they shot back. He was hit 5 times, and he survived. Now, he was in ICU for a long time. He's now out of ICU and recovering. He's expected to make a recovery, but they said it's going to be very long recovery. So the family contacted attorneys. They say they want accountability for this. They actually claim that police unlawfully entered that property. So this will be an ongoing case in the courts, and we will definitely keep you updated.
Yeah, I would wonder how do you balance all those different interests? Like, the police can fear for their lives, but a property owner on his own property can also fear for his own life. And thank God he's alive.
Yeah, and there was an officer that was grazed by a bullet. So, it's not like they shot back for no reason, but it's just whether did they need to go in there or not. And I'm sure that body camera footage would really tell the whole story, but of course we don't have that yet.
Goodness
probably
gracious.
why.
Goodness gracious. Well, before I let you go, I just want your thoughts on kind of some of the national stuff that's being kicked around. I mean, what do you make of, in particular, Tim Walz? Because I thought, okay, we would be done with Twinkle Toes after the abysmal election as Kamala's running mate. And yet here is Tim Walz as a prominent player. I guess Trump and team know how to pick their opponent wisely. But what madness, not just with Walz, but with Mayor Frey as well.
Well, I think anytime you come out with rhetoric against federal officials, police, law enforcement, you have to be really careful when you do that. Make sure what you're saying before you say it is accurate. As far as the ICE shooting, we've seen several different videos of what happened. And I think the one that's really the telltale is that video that ICE officer took himself. Yes. He obviously knew he was in danger. We're learning now he had internal injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that as far as that goes, the rhetoric from the mayor has been extremely harmful, and it's really not making anyone any more safe.
Correct.
Faye Good, who was the lady killed, she was there with her lover, and, her lover, if you watch that video, one of the videos, she says, I made her be here. Mm-hmm. This is my fault. I feel like the officials at this point are just spreading propaganda on this. People believe it because they don't want to see the truth. They don't want to see what's actually going on. No one deserved what happened. I think things could have been different on both sides, but at the end of the day, the story on that is, do not interfere in federal law enforcement operations. Don't do it. It's dangerous. You have to stay away just like you would anywhere else. Now, as far as the other stuff going on in Minnesota, obviously the social services fraud scandal with the Somalia community, that really was shocking. Not that it happened, not shocking at all, but the scale of it was. And Governor Tim Walz, he obviously was ignoring that and downplaying it the entire time. So, yeah, you're right. The Democrats don't have the best option to even, if you're a Democrat, I feel bad for you. Who do you even vote for anymore?
Right. And then Nick Shirley just dropped a new video, I guess this morning or yesterday, about a 50-something minute video where they claim to have found $16 million more worth of fraud with so-called travel agencies. And Nick Shirley better have security because he was getting run out of places, and folks very upset with him, accusing him of all sorts of stuff just for asking, is this the so-and-so travel agency? And, oh, you want to put our people in concentration camps. That's what you're trying to do. It's like, whoa, it's getting over the top. We got a few clips of that coming up, but I'd encourage folks, if you want to see it, go just search Nick Shirley. You can find the whole video. But
yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's been out of control. It's dangerous. It's actually deadly at this point, the rhetoric that they're spreading, and it just needs to stop. But, the chance that happens is slim.
Correct.
Well, we'll see where it goes. And maybe Trump pulls the trigger on the Insurrection Act. Who knows? We'll keep watching. And I always appreciate your reporting and your time here on the program. If folks want to check out what you're up to, Erica, how can they do so?
Check me out on X. It's at Erica T News. And then I'm also on 1819news.com every single day. I post multiple stories. So you can go to those stories, and at the end, you'll see my email address. You can email me directly, or you can email our whole team. And I'm telling you, we are in Montgomery this week. I'm on my way to Montgomery right now. I think our entire team has been in Montgomery this week, except for maybe one person. But we are just really staying up to date with everything that's going on in this legislative session. Seems like it's going to be a pretty slow session this time, but still everybody needs to know how things are going and how it'll impact your pocketbook, because that's a big deal right now. So just go to 1819news.com, or you can email us all at news@1819news.com.
Well, appreciate it as always, Erica, and we'll talk to you next week, if not sooner. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless. Again, Erica Thomas there of 1819 News.
I don't know if it was in that video, but I saw one this morning with the interpreter scam for Somalia.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah, $100 an hour, minimum
and
of 8
you have
hours.
minimum of 8 hours. That's the kicker. Like minimum of 8 hours.
Here's another thing.
Why are you having an 8-hour meeting with somebody where
with
you
a
need
doctor?
a translator?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's all like these folks realize, oh, they're not even looking. In fact, they want us to take it.
That's the part that's sickening. They're not even looking.
Yes. So it's like, oh, you're going to let me take it?
And there's people in Ohio screaming that's happening there as well. So I think this is going to kind of keep going for a bit.
You remember the old SNL skit, Eddie Murphy, White Like Me?
Yeah, I love that one.
Where he walks into the bodega with the newsstand, and I think it's Robert Smigel.
Yeah, he's on the bus and everything. Yeah.
And he's like about to pay for like a newspaper or magazine. He's like, no,
guys, you got it, man.
Just take it.
Yes,
just take it.
One of my favorite skits.
And it's like, if only life was so easy.
Yeah.
But like, it seems like that's the case. Like, yeah, just take it. Just fill out the form. It doesn't even have to be like, and that's how astounding it is to where a guy with a camera and one boomer who's like a quantitative, who's like, I'm on the website.
Yep.
Okay, this one's registered for this. It's gotten $16 million over 4 or 5 years. Okay, let's go to that address, young man. And they go to the address, and it's almost comical how over the top the fraud is.
Yes, but like you said, it's almost like they're asking you to take it. If you and I pull up a scam and we got $1 million cash, and we look around and for 2 weeks nobody says nothing, we're going to get a second $1 million. And the more that happens, the more, hey, Joey, the $1 million is not enough anymore. Let's try this. And everything they were trying seemed to have been working.
Yeah, and it's like you'd think these huge paydays, it would be like Ocean's 11.
Yeah,
like
take the money and run, man.
We're moving Incan matrimonial head mask or something like that. And it's like, no, it's not sophisticated. It's not some heist movie.
It's basic scamming.
And to just I think people. Tim Walz like, I've never had to apologize for being white in my life. What is JD Vance talking about? It's like your whole policy is an apology.
Thank you.
It's like you're atoning for. It's weird, dude.
I still don't think I think he'll be run out before it's over.
Yeah.
Because he's just doubling down on stupid every day.
And then talking out of both sides of his mouth, he gets real big and tough. And then he's like, oh, can we turn down the temperature? It's like, and that's what I said in the title of the stream here. It's him and Frey are doing a very passive aggressive sort of fanning of the flames. Like they will say an outrage and then pull back. And then stoke it again and pull back.
So
and
I used to do that when I was a kid, and that's how I got whoopings.
Well, and this is weird. And maybe this is what's changing in American politics in particular.
Yeah. It
almost was like, I'm trying to remember the Chris Rock joke. Like, how do you become famous and how do you become well known in America? You get, it's all Jimmy Carr talking about this. You get really good at something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you're just well known for just being excellent at things.
Yep.
Musician, comedian, athlete, whatever. You're like known for that. The other way is to be infamous. And that's talk about it's like a firecracker. It burns out and blows up real quick, but everybody remembers it. And then the other way is to be a victim. And I think for the longest time, and I maybe blame it on, it's not the worst thing in the world. I think it's a perversion of this foundation. It's a Christian sentiment that it's the person who suffers. It's the person who is under the jackboot. It's the person who wasn't doing anything wrong, and they're the ones now being put upon. This is why, by the way, when you throw cameras on the civil rights marches and you see, dogs being sicked and all this other stuff, it's the American people, even like folks who at the time were probably very racist, went, no, but I don't like that.
Right.
I don't want to see that.
Right.
And I think there is a Christian sensibility. And in fact, a lot of the nonviolence movements, even Gandhi's, plays off of I think the British Empire's Christian sensibilities. That yes, empires and powerful people can still be awful, but certain ones actually have these values of, yes, we don't want to hurt the innocent. We don't want to cause undue suffering like our Lord suffered. And so in a weird way, we've taken Jesus right out of it.
Yeah.
Like that's not even mentioned. Now it's just who's the victim. And that leaves it in this more anomalous place of like, well, who is the victim? Who is the oppressor? Who is the oppressed in this situation? And everybody's trying to almost to be on top. Everybody's trying to show I'm on bottom. And it's a weird dynamic. And I think, though, that is starting to break.
I hope so, man. I can't stand it.
People are still sensitive to undue suffering and to not seeing the innocent punished. But a lot of folks are now getting wise that a certain group that asks for forgiveness and then never repents, a certain group that asks for mercy and meekness and mildness and peace, and then uses that to then do what they want to do that is not meek at all or not peaceful at all. Yeah, I think people are tired of it. So people are now going to say, well, we also, as, say, good followers of the great traditions of Western civilization, believe in justice. And you can hide behind what you call social justice as you pretend to be a victim. But justice will also be served.
Always.
Like proper justice, which is people getting what they deserve.
Good and hard.
Indeed. We'll see. I don't know. I think it is an interesting dynamic where the same pity party, who are you labeling the great oppressed groups against? You know, it's why Star Wars is such a big deal.
Yeah.
It's why, like, think of all the great stories. It's like the underdog, the American story is in many ways that way, the American Revolution. And so we can recapitulate that stuff. We try to repeat it. And unfortunately, people repeat that stuff and use these symbols and these values that folks hold, and they pervert it and they twist it to certain ends. And again, I think that is becoming quite worn thin. Way worn thin. Anyway, 2729228. If you want to get in on the conversation, we'll play a little bit of Tim Walz had to say in his State of the State. Also have Kristi Noem responding. Also, Trump now threatening the Insurrection Act. Yeah, indeed.
Keep taking it to the next level.
Also, a unnerving report from the New York Times. Cracks appear at the biggest banks.
That's not surprising.
I think, though, this is a little bit of a game because there is this big financial bill, a market structure bill about cryptocurrency. And the head of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, came out and said, I'd rather have no bill than this bill.
Is that right?
Yeah. He said, this is the big institutional players taking us to the cleaner. They want to control everything
we built.
For instance, let me give you a for instance. There's going to be these like things, stable coins, and then also other types of coins that will be for payment processing. So like all the payment processing that goes into every time you swipe a credit card, there's this whole back end network to it that's usually run by the traditional big banks. What a lot of folks want to do is like you could go on Coinbase and you could stake yourself into whatever network or whatever coin, so to speak, is being used for all those payment transfers and all the payment processing, to where you get a dividend, you get yield. And the banks say, no, we don't want consumers to be part of this.
Right.
It'll be chaos.
That's why we don't have banks that are open on Saturday and Sunday, because they don't want the consumers to be a part of that process.
No, but the whole idea of decentralized finance is decentralized.
They're not going to give up power like that, power and money.
And that's the Senate version of the bills. It's the big stinker. So when I see a story of like, oh, by the way, we're having a little trouble. Oh, give me a break. Don't put the freeze on I don't love the freeze on the interest rates on credit cards, but that's also going on. No, don't put the squeeze on us right now. We're having a little, if you squeeze us a little bit, we might have to collapse and ask for another big bailout. God.
I would love for him to ask for a bailout now under Trump.
And that it plays right into what we were just talking about. The whole
victim.
Even Goldman Sachs and Bank of America and JP Morgan and all these other places, like, we're actually the real victims here.
Alabama power.
Hey, I don't want a private investigator following me. He's going to find them pretty boring.
Yeah. Saying that case is coming.
Goodness gracious. Oh, yeah, all of them. They cry pity party. The big players cry pity party better than everybody because they all know the name of the game is to cry victim.
Dude, same with the union, same with factories. Whenever there's any kind of, they push back to suddenly, I care about the consumer. All sides don't care about the consumer. They care about themselves.
Right. And then if you
go through the BS,
if you go back to that Chris Rock joke, you could be the victim and get famous in America. You could be infamous. And there's so many examples of that in the world. I think
the victim pays better though.
But like infamous sometimes can be like, you could cash me outside. Like you could be, or Hot Tua.
Yeah,
or like,
you're right.
There's a sort of infamy. It's not wholesome. It's like, and it burns up usually pretty quick unless you have something extra going on. Or you could be really excellent at something. And this is definitely something I want to get to today. Did you see the video Tesla released where within 19 months, I believe, they stood up a lithium processing plant.
No, I did not see that.
Holy crap.
Is that right?
Yeah. And
19 months.
I've got a clip, the Chamath who's on All In. He literally said the whole word. He goes, this mofo, is there nothing he can't do? Nobody.
Incredible.
They did it in under 3 years.
That's incredible. Just being part of processes of large buildings like that. That's incredible.
Yeah, and I've got the video where they lay out.
Wow.
Here's what we did in the first year. I think it was actually more like 3 years for the full project. But here's what we did in the first year. Here's what we did in the second year, and now we're up and running completely.
That's a 10-year project
out of a Corpus, right outside of Corpus Christi.
That's
Texas.
a 10-year project, but
it is a huge win for America. You don't have to rely on China. Like it's also clean.
Well, that's why it's a 10-year project, but he was able to do it so quickly. For one, it's him, but for two, he's Texas. He's got the world behind him there in Texas. There's no BS regulators and things like that getting in his way. They want him to succeed.
Then you got another guy who's on All In. Now, he's always been an Elon cheerleader, but that's not the worst thing in the world because, Elon timelines aren't always right, but he does tend to follow through on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Jason, who hosts All In, said he got to visit the Optimus 3 factory.
Yeah.
And his takeaway is people will forget that Tesla once made cars.
Is that right?
These things are that impressive. So there's all sorts of ways to get good and get the money or get notoriety and fame in America. But I prefer the folks who do it with just raw talent and drive and vision, as opposed to the victim games or the absurd infamy games that are out there every day on the interwebs. Anyway.
But isn't Elon a little bit infamous?
Yeah, he combines.
I mean, he kind of, he's got a kind of both of them.
No doubt.
I think him as a hero type, but I know a lot of people think him as the devil himself.
Oh, Trump combines a bunch of this.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. No.
I mean, Trump plays the infamy game amazing.
He plays it very well.
He's just so good at it. And definitely Elon leans into that on the persona side.
Sure.
And he definitely has a dark side to his persona.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt about that.
Definitely. You try having Elon Musk as a father.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got to, like I said, hit this break first. This part of the program brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder. They're at Dillon Rings.
Dillon Rings here in Montgomery.
Man, they've got it going on as a full service jewelry shop. They can help you across the board with any and all of your jewelry needs. Great inventory there. They do repair work, spa treatments to clean up that jewelry you wear all the time and love, but it can shine and shimmer like it's brand new again. They buy old jewelry off you. They can do appraisals. And I'm looking at their Facebook page.
Yeah.
And I believe Josh Ryder's asking a question here. And this is, when was the last time you had your ring checked? Is there something catching on the top of your ring?
Ooh,
when I say repairs, people think the band's completely broke.
Yep.
Or the stone fell out.
No, it was a little loose.
No, when you start to notice these little things, you don't want this to happen to you. Bring your rings that you wear daily into Dillon Rings, and you can check the prongs for wear or breaks so that your jewelry remains whole and beautiful. And then you can add that spa day on top of that.
There you go.
So that it was a little loose, or it was catching, or didn't feel as good on the finger anymore.
Well, like a brand new ring.
And now it's a brand new ring. They can get it done for you. So y'all stop by today, 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. I just had an idea.
What you got?
Where this is probably why I'm not married, let alone had a girlfriend. But you could surreptitiously steal your wife's ring that she wears all the time and and then let her think she's lost it.
I've had friends do that. Yeah, they think they lost it.
Yeah. And then get it all cleaned up like that. Yeah. Oh, so that is a good idea.
It's funny
if you're willing to take the heat in the short term.
My friend, his wife thought that she lost it and went and bought another one
to
try to fake him out.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I guess you're wearing two rings.
Yeah, it was hysterical.
I'm married to Flava Flav. Anyway, we'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. Are you getting ready to put your home up for sale? Remember the 6 Ps. Prepare your home by deep cleaning, painting where needed, yard work, decluttering the inside. Present your home to the market through the experienced realtor who knows how to market the home and get it sold. Price the home at fair market value of what the home should bring in today's market. Your realtor can guide you in pricing the home to sell, not sit. pay for part of the closing cost, and provide a 1-year warranty. Buyers today don't have the down payment and all the cost of buying a home without some help. Prepare to look at offers from the marketplace and accept the best offer for your needs. And 6, place your trust in experienced professionals, including your realtor, closing attorney, and mortgage company. For all the details, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883. And remember, we are now hiring agents, both new and experienced. Call me today for an interview. Bo Goodson, 221-2883.
Epicure and Jack's Tavern, located at 2060 Downing Street. 5 ice cold beers, 1 bucket, $13. Anytime. At Epicure and Jack's Tavern, their beer buckets are always available. No happy hour clock required. Come in, relax, and enjoy great food with an even better deal. Epicure and Jack's Tavern. Cold beer, fair prices, no fine print. Come taste what everyone's talking about.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. Despite the turmoil in Iran and the ongoing uncertainty of the situation there, oil prices have been declining. Crude prices fell around 4%. The drop came after President Trump said that Iran claims it would halt the killing of protesters and will not execute demonstrators. A bipartisan group of lawmakers proposes creation of a new agency with $2.5 billion to boost production of rare earths and other critical minerals. This comes as the Trump administration takes aggressive steps to reduce reliance on China, which dominates the market for those materials. Many Verizon customers experienced a widespread outage yesterday, disrupting wireless voice and/or data services across the U.S. The New York-based carrier hasn't said what led to the outage, but all should be back to normal today. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Schimbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Schimbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Cold, raw day today with a high temperature only in the lower 40s, but it's that northwest breeze gusting maybe as high as 25 miles per hour. That will be keeping the wind chills into the 20s and 30s today. The winds die down tonight, but it's going to be a very cold night. Overnight low temperature by dawn, 20 to 22. A little better by Friday afternoon with a high in the upper 50s. Could be some showers overnight Friday into Saturday morning. Saturday's high in the low 50s. Another front will bring the risk of showers pre-dawn Sunday, maybe mixed in with a few snowflakes. Chances are small and it wouldn't be a big deal. Sunday's high temperature only up to about 41 and a very cold Sunday night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The holidays may be over, but the bills don't have to weigh you down. Let ASE Credit Union help lighten your financial load with our special post-holiday loan options. Visit us online at yourasecu.com or stop by one of our branches to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader's the one wearing that American flag hoodie. I still got that, but I didn't.
A day like today, you don't want to wear it. This is a summer hoodie.
Yeah, it's a little too nippy out there.
That wind ripped right through that thing, Joey.
Yeah. No, this is why I've been just doing the waffles. Like if it doesn't rip through them, you can wear a t-shirt if it's really cold.
I don't like the waffle shirts. They don't show my chest right.
Why? What do you mean? It looks like you got boobs.
Yeah, no, not the boobs. It's the hard nipples.
What are you sitting over there with silver dollars poking out?
No, always had them because Cynthia
I was
Pierce,
made fun of in high school for having little nipples.
Oh, I was made fun of for always being hard nipples, and Cynthia Pierce.
Really?
Yeah, and I blame her for this.
Cynthia Pierce.
Yep, she lives around here somewhere. Howland Gardens, 5th, 6th grade. She gave me a titty twister every day. Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Did you give her back a wet willy?
No, I was just so happy that a woman was touching me, Joey. I just let it happen.
Didn't know I was working with a masochist.
Well, I learned early.
Yeah.
Literally, I remember the bruises and everything. I was like, you got to stop and give me another one.
Now, seriously, the crap though you could be made fun of for as a kid. That's just like stupid. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
I'm sorry, but we're so soft. I want to bring back bullying.
Yeah.
I was bullied. I'm sure I did some bullying, but in the end, it was okay.
Right.
It was okay.
Anyway, you used to work the factory line. You got plenty of bullying
Oh,
and
man.
teasing and all this stuff.
Oh, lots of it.
So we mentioned Governor Walz giving his State of the State address.
Yeah.
And well, let's listen into a little bit. I already don't like it.
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
that,
just
Joey?
looking at him.
I know it.
Seriously.
Somebody hurl a tomato at that guy.
Well, I was hired to speak code to white guys. It's like, oh, good God. Oh, you're gross, dude. And there is something. They try to do it to JD Vance.
Yeah.
But there's
Doesn't-
something straight up creepy about Tim Walz.
Doesn't work with JD Vance. Plus, he gets ahead and all with all the memes and everything that come out with JD. Yeah.
There was one I just saw the other day. Hold on, before I can't. Just seeing Walz, I don't even want to
It
play.
irritates you, right?
But it's fat JD with the beard and the
Coming
and
out
the
rocking?
and the curly hair
Yeah.
and stuff. No, and it's him singing Creed.
Oh, really?
Can you take me?
So what I saw,
Yeah.
he was coming out as Angus Young from AC/DC. With the,
Oh, that's a great one.
yeah,
too.
I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah. Now I have to say, Marco's memes might be a little more. Marco Rubio's memes might be more flattering than JD Vance.
Yes, they're a little more serious, more business-like. JD's are kind of just
They're
silly.
just like, it's hilarious, like the amount of stuff Rubio's doing at this point.
How many jobs that guy got? Is he Jamaican? I mean, how many jobs he got, man?
I love the one where he's in the sled dog
Yeah.
driver outfit,
Right.
like just the big furry outfit. All you can see is his face. Anyway, okay, let's try with the Tim Walz.
All right.
Let's listen in together.
Tonight, let me say once
Folks,
again
I
to
know it's
Donald
scary.
Trump and Kristi Noem,
And I know it's
end
absurd
this
that we
occupation.
all have to defend
You've
law
done
and order.
enough.
What is that? They didn't even get the audio correct.
It's got a serious echo in it.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Well, here's another, let's take another shot.
Okay.
This is what Walz today, I believe, the White House was noticing this, put out this message. I am making a direct appeal to the president. Let's turn the temperature down. Stop this campaign of retribution. This is not who we are. And an appeal to Minnesotans. I know this is scary. We must speak out loudly, urgently, but also peacefully. We cannot fan the flames of chaos. That's what he wants. Okay, so the White House responded, tampon. You gave a statewide address last night calling for ICE agents to be prosecuted for enforcing the law. So you might want to sit this one out. Right. You're a pathetic failure and total disgrace. Here's in part what Walz said.
Help us establish a record of exactly what's happening in our communities. You have an absolute right to peacefully film ICE agents as they conduct these activities.
Mm-hmm.
So carry your phone with you at all times. And if you see these ICE agents in your neighborhood, take out that phone and hit record. Help us create a database of the atrocities against Minnesotans, not just to establish a record for posterity, but to bank evidence for future prosecution.
Atrocities? Future prosecution?
Yeah.
So this is in part why Trump is considering the Insurrection Act.
That's why I think Tim's not going to make it to the end of his term. I think he'll be taken out before then, removed.
Yeah. I think it's just bonkers.
Agreed.
But Trump did today threatened to invoke the Insurrection Act and deploy troops to quell persistent protest against federal agents into Minneapolis. The president's threat comes a day after a federal immigration officer shot and wounded a Minneapolis man who had attacked the officer with a shovel and broom handle. And in fact, it was 3-on-1, I believe, in that situation. We have Christy Nome laying that out. That shooting further heightened the fear and anger radiating across the Minnesota city since an immigration and customs enforcement agent fatally shot Renee Good. Trump has repeatedly threatened to invoke the rarely used federal law to employ the U.S. military or federalize the National Guard for domestic law enforcement over the objections of state governors. If the corrupt politicians of Minnesota don't obey the law and stop the professional agitators and insurrectionists from attacking the patriots of ICE, who are only trying to do their job, I will institute the Insurrection Act, which many presidents have done before me, and quickly put an end to the travesty that is taking place in that once great state. Yeah, presidents have indeed invoked the Insurrection Act more than 24 times. The most recent was in 92, not by Clinton, but by George H.W. Bush after the Rodney King riot.
Okay.
LA riots. The Associated Press has reached out to the offices of Governor Walz and Jacob Frey for comment. And, well, you can hear that was Walz last night in public. And Jacob Frey's not much better.
Actually seems worse to me.
Yeah. No, he comes across as much more of an operator than, let's say, Walz.
For whatever reason, he reminds me of Trudeau.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that.
Okay. I don't feel so crazy there.
Let's listen in. This is Jacob Frey talking about the most recent, I guess, the shooting last night.
In a position right now where we have residents that are asking the very limited number of police officers that we have to fight ICE agents on the street, to stand by their neighbors. We cannot be at a place right now in America where we have two governmental entities that are literally fighting one another. Why are we put in this position? We're put in this position because we have approximately 600 police officers in Minneapolis, far fewer that are able to work at any given time. And there are
why do you only have 600 police officers?
Didn't they clean a lot of police officers out after not Rodney King, but after Floyd? That was one of the states that lost a ton of police officers.
3,000 ICE agents in the area. 3,000.
Why? Because you won't cooperate at all with what everybody seems to agree, the worst of the worst. They'll say out of one side of their mouth, yeah, we're all about arresting the worst of the worst. Then why do you let them back out on the street?
Yep. Put them right back out. They can be arrested. You can give it to the guys right there in jail. ICE can come right there and pick them up at the jail.
This is what I mean by passive-aggressive fanning of the flames. They act like I'm not fanning the flames, yet all of your actions do.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, unless you want to go full-on libertarian and go ahead and secede, guys, a lot of that was settled. A lot of that's been settled. And I just have a sense, if Trump actually does pull the trigger on the Insurrection Act, these people will fold quick.
They'll fold like an old sweater, man.
But you might find out that Americans are actually tired of this I'm playing the victim and want justice instead of your passive-aggressive games. Anyway, got to hit another break here. This part of the program, though?
Yeah.
First brought to you by James Cole and Cole Plumbing. You know that guy?
I know James very well, and if he were here, he would tell you, leave your water dripping. We are supposed to get in the low 20s.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really?
The rest of the week is going to be kind of chilly.
Okay, I like it that way.
In fact, not stepping on Rich Thomas's toes, but I've heard of a little bit of white stuff might fall.
It might, yeah. You better not wear that hoodie again, or else you'll have those diamond cutters protruding tomorrow.
Froze to it.
Oh, my goodness, talk about chafing.
Yes, exactly.
But you don't want that. I'll stop thinking about your chest.
Thank you.
Like you don't want your pipes to burst.
No, it's for one, it's incredible inconvenience, and honestly, a lot of times you don't know it happens You usually find out the hard way where water is either coming from your ceiling or you notice it coming out your front door.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yes. So to kind of keep these things from happening, to me, first tip would be, of course, let your water, leave it a little dripping a little bit. But let's say that you notice you get a high water bill and you haven't had your water dripping. You probably have a toilet running. Or you might have like what we had the other day. We had a broken pipe.
Right.
Water bill slowly crept up over a couple months.
It could be something that's not obvious,
right?
But it is costing you and costing you and costing you. Or it could be you forgot and it is obvious. You got a burst pipe.
Yeah.
Cold Plumbing can help you with those big problems and those small problems with minimal discomfort to you and your home. And they can also help you. Maybe you don't have a problem. You want to upgrade to like a tankless water heater system.
Idea. Yes.
They can do it all there at Cold Plumbing. Check them out today. You can always make an appointment at coldplumbing.com. Or just call them direct at 279-8919. That's 279-8919. And just remember, folks, when you have trouble with your bowl,
call on Cold, Joey.
We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
For more than 50 years, the Tears family's been keeping the river region flowing with Roto-Rooter. From drain cleaning to septic repair and installation, no job's too big or too messy with a local team you can trust. So when water won't go where it's supposed to, call the hometown experts who've been serving Montgomery for over half a century. That's 272-7130. Or visit rotorooteralabama.com. And remember,
call Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Welcome back. Let's go to former Governor Kristi Noem, now the Secretary of Homeland Security.
Mm-hmm.
Here she is, talking or trying to talk a little bit of sense into Tim Walz.
If anything doesn't change with Governor Walz, I don't anticipate that the streets will get any safer or more peaceful. Governor Walz and his leadership team need to come to us and find out how we can work together like we have in many other states. We didn't see this kind of reaction in Louisiana when we ran our operations exactly how we are running them in Minneapolis, but we had a very different response because we had leaders that were working with us. If you saw our operations in Florida, extremely successful. In Minneapolis so far, we brought hundreds of criminals off the streets that were dangerous to society and dangerous to that community. We would wish that Governor Walz could take an example from the governor of Louisiana, the governor of Florida, and work with us to do the right thing for his people. If any,
but will he?
No.
Because y'all are just pawns in some power game.
Exactly right, dude.
And again, out of one side of their mouth, the Democrats say, "Oh, of course, arrest the heinous criminals." It's like, okay, that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, we would have a more pinpointed approach to that if y'all were cooperating. But no,
there you go.
We're gonna have to do it the hard way.
Yeah.
And knowing this president in particular, I have a sense. And then you go down the line and chain of command with Tom Homan, and you've seen that Commander Bovino.
Yep.
Or, those guys ain't budging.
No,
they ain't budging one bit.
They got a mission, buddy.
We're seeing live footage up on the TV screen.
That one guy that just walked by with a bow.
Did he? I didn't see it.
Maybe it was camera equipment.
Might have been a camera.
Hope it was.
A bow would be.
Yeah,
that's dangerous. It looks like we're just seeing a bunch of protesters lined up across from a bunch of ICE agents and Customs Border Patrol agents.
Let me ask you something. Has there ever been anything in your life that made you want to go out and
no
in that kind of weather?
It's what I wrote about this week.
Yeah, I mean,
no, I don't like crowds in general. Like it, I keep it tamped down. Like I'll go to a football game,
right.
I'll go to stuff, but I don't like it. There's part of me that just does not like a big crowd.
I just never had. There's nothing that's upset me so much that I had to go out in 30-degree weather or colder and protest to some policemen who honestly could care less what I'm protesting about.
Right. Of anything, I would go like protest on both sides.
My thought was I'd bring them some coffee.
Yeah.
Donuts and coffee.
Right. Or just bring everybody down.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just walk down the line. Donuts and coffee.
Hey, you weird hippie, you want some? Hey, right. Officer, you want some?
I don't know. I see this and it's ridiculous. And then everybody's covered up. So then I want to see the ones that are these protesters. I haven't seen a, I don't know how to say it nicely. I haven't seen anybody that they're after protesting. Everybody there seems to be white, liberal, really upset people.
And when you look at this, by the way, with all the masks on the ice,
that's what I mean.
Well, why is because, recently a DHS employee doxed thousands of ICE and Border Patrol agents. Some folks broke into an ICE vehicle and collected a bunch of information. Yep. Well, if they didn't have a mask, it would be like, okay, we're going to come after your families.
And that's exactly what they'll do. And that's exactly why they're trying to goat them into taking your mask off, because that's exactly what they want to do. And what's crazy, though, most of your protesters, they got more masks on than anybody.
Yeah, I know.
What's up with that? You know, in Japan, when they do these protesters like this, they get out in the fire truck and they spray them with the hose, and the water is got a blue dye in it. And it doesn't wash off for like 30 days. So you can tell all the schmoes.
Anyway, we got to hit this top of the hour break. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump says he'll consider invoking the Insurrection Act after an ICE agent wounded a protester after being attacked with a shovel last night in Minneapolis. And the president says it may come down to that if they cannot restore order there, as ICE agents are simply trying to enforce federal immigration laws by rounding up some of those in the country illegally. An alien astronaut returned to Earth with 3 others today, ending their space station mission more than a month early. In NASA's first ever medical evacuation, SpaceX guided the capsule to a middle-of-the-night splashdown in the Pacific near San Diego, less than 11 hours after the astronauts exited the International Space Station. The first stop was a hospital for an overnight stay. A fundamental disagreement over Greenland remains between the U.S. and Danish officials after talks yesterday with Vice President J.D. Vance. This is SRN News.
Hi, it's Mike Gallagher. Now that we're finally into the new year, a lot of us are thinking about taxes, home projects we've been putting off, ways to get ahead financially in 2026. Now's the perfect time to talk to my friends at Fellowship Home Loans. If you want to lower your mortgage payment, they can help you refinance. If you need access to cash for home improvements or to wipe out high-interest debt, their fixed-rate line of credit is one of the best tools out there. Fast approval, predictable rate, and flexibility to use your home's equity wisely. Remember, many people still qualify to skip their next 2 mortgage payments. Imagine starting big projects or paying down debt with 2 months of breathing room. My family and I have used Fellowship personally. I trust these guys. Take control of 2026. Go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G. fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G. fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G. Or call 800-510-MIKE. That's 800-510-6453. Fellowship Home Loans. Mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 8193.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Cold, raw day today with a high temperature only in the lower 40s, but it's that northwest breeze gusting maybe as high as 25 miles per hour. That will be keeping the wind chills into the 20s and 30s today. The winds die down tonight, but it's going to be a very cold night. Overnight low temperature by dawn, 20 to 22. A little better by Friday afternoon with a high in the upper 50s. Could be some showers overnight Friday into Saturday morning. Saturday's high in the low 50s. Another front will bring the risk of showers pre-dawn Sunday, maybe mixed in with a few snowflakes. Chances are small, and it wouldn't be a big deal. Sunday's high temperature only up to about 41, and a very cold Sunday night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray to Publix.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. The city of Prattville opened its new joint public safety training facility on Wednesday. The state-of-the-art training facility offers the most advanced training for officers and firefighters in the area. The $4 million training facility will significantly enhance first responder preparedness and recruitment throughout the river region. 2 more men were sentenced Wednesday for the violent robbery of Montgomery business owner Jim Massey. 68-year-old Spencer Thomas received 12 years in federal prison, while 51-year-old Spirit Hooks was sentenced to 175 months. Jim Massey was beaten and robbed at gunpoint in his downtown Montgomery office in March of last year. A bill moving through the Alabama Senate could prevent naturalized U.S. citizens from holding public office. Currently, there are different lengths of time that someone has to be a United States citizen to hold office in Alabama. However, none require a person to be a natural-born U.S. citizen. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
A new year brings new opportunities, and right now the market is starting to shift.
Interest rates are beginning to come down, which means more buying power and more options for buyers who've been waiting.
If you're thinking about buying a home, this could be the moment to take that next step.
And whether you're buying, selling, or investing, having experience on your side matters more than ever.
At Hannah and Eddie Realty Group, we're also growing our team.
If you're an experienced agent ready to make a difference in this market and want to be part of a team that values knowledge, support, and results, call Hannah and Eddie Realty Group, where opportunity meets experience.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Anyway, I was doing some prophecy with Eddie off the air here. Welcome back into the program. We missed your favorite song there. The Celine
It's a little Celine Dionish, I agree. I've had others agree, but it seems to upset you when you get called out for copying Celine Dion. So I was just going to let it go this time.
What'd you say?
Yeah, exactly.
Now we're continuing to watch live footage. Bunch of ICE officers, Border Patrol officers all lined up, shoulder to shoulder, and across the street are a bunch of protesters. Some have, I guess, the American flag upside down.
Seen that. I've seen the
I saw an incel sign.
Yeah, okay, I saw that too.
Like, excuse me, I'm voluntarily celibate.
I saw that. I saw just some anti-ICE type stuff. I don't know where the fight is, though. Is that an office building behind them, or is that?
It must be a processing center or something along those lines.
Hey, look, there's a clown.
Fight the fascist.
What did it say? At least a bear?
Won't say something. I don't know. Another big flag that says resist.
Okay, but look at those folks, Joey. Do they even know who they're fighting for, man?
No, man.
Or half of them out there just anti-government to begin with.
Well, that whatever. But I think people are largely non-rational, emotional creatures, and especially when you don't have much to do. Like you're already on a bunch of like government payments, or maybe you're already being paid to do this. Exactly what we're witnessing here. F the Fourth Reich.
Yeah, how'd you like that?
All right.
Looks very unhinged, man.
Woman saying, "This is my home," holding up what is clearly a folded flag in a case. Obviously, probably a family member who had passed. Man. Let's go to Bill. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill. What's up, buddy?
Hi, guys. So, I think it would be really hilarious if President Trump called Walz and Frey and said, guys, y'all are the supreme legal official in your state and in your city. And it's time for y'all to do the right thing and get your respective territories in line. You have 72 hours to do this, but we're going to take a different direction.
No, Trump's already done it publicly. He threatened, that's what he threatened the Insurrection Act straight up.
And in 72 hours, just arrest both of them. Do you know legally, if they are convicted of a felony, they can't serve in office?
What if they're in office when they commit that felony? They're removed, right?
And for all the ones that are protesting, if they get charged with a felony, they can no longer vote. Just food for thought.
I appreciate it, Bill. Thank you, Bill. 272-9228. Again, if you want to get in on the conversation. Here's Christy Nome, because this latest onslaught is after another officer-involved shooting.
The one
in Minneapolis, after a guy was attacked. But Christy Nome lays out the details of what actually went down there.
We're out doing what they're doing every single day across this country, is they were doing targeted enforcement, going after individuals that are breaking federal law. When this individual drove away, crashed his car, tried to run into a home, and as they were wrestling on the ground trying to detain this individual, two other men came out of that building and started attacking him with weapons and shovels and brooms. And as it was 3-on-1, the agent feared for his life and defensively had to take action. But, this kind of violence is perpetuated by what we hear the governor saying, what we hear the mayor in Minneapolis saying, and their irresponsibility is extremely reckless. Governor Tim Walz has my phone number. I have called him and talked to him and said, listen, you let your city burn down in 2020. Don't do it again. President Trump wants to keep everybody safe. We're enforcing federal law. We're protecting every single American. Work with us. Now, I want to remind you that Minneapolis itself, under the mayor's leadership and the governor's leadership, released almost 500 criminals out onto the streets rather than bring them to justice and turn them over to federal authorities. So they know they're releasing murderers and rapists and drug traffickers on the streets of Minneapolis. We're out there making sure they don't harm American citizens, and we're getting attacked while we do it. But we're going to continue to do our work and do what's right, because it's what President Trump promised the American people.
Getting 272-9228. Let's go to, I guess it's Michael.
Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing this afternoon?
Pretty good. How you doing, bud?
Doing great. So another question I have in regards to all this crap going on up in Minnesota would be, all of these people that are out here protesting, how many of them are on government benefits? And with that question being asked, if they have time to go out here and protest and march and do all the crap they're doing, why not pull their benefits if you find out that they are on benefits? Because if you can protest, you can work.
Well, I think given the just outright fraud also happening in Minnesota, that's already on the table. Trump administration's already moving in that direction.
Yeah.
And I would guess a good number of folks out there in the streets are probably on some form of government assistance.
It's crazy.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, I am enjoying y'all's show and we'll continue listening. You guys have a great day.
Thank you, Michael.
Have a good one, buddy.
Let's go to Sam. Hey, Sam.
What up, Sammy?
Thank you for taking my call. Always nice to see Secretary Nome up on the screen. That was pleasant. Guys, anyway, I was just outside, and you're right. The wind is something terrible.
Man, the wind is ripping. Yeah.
Do you have a hard nip problem like Eddie too?
And these days, most people do today. Days like today.
It might break off.
Yeah. See.
Hello.
They might break off. Is they're so cold.
They might break off.
Or you can cut glass.
I mean, if you got a turntable, you can test them out.
Oh man, I remember back in the day I used to run a little bit. You have to put tape over your nipple because the little synthetic shirt with it was actually abrasive.
Yes.
You start rubbing. Yeah, man, you get the raw smile.
No, this happened to you. Weren't even here one day. I wore some of that polyester stuff that you got for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was starting to get
a little excited to be here, were you?
Yeah, I was like, what is this? That doesn't feel
I'm telling
good.
you, I've never had to do the bandage, but it might happen one day.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, man, that's Sanji. Fun stuff. Oh, here you go. Here's some more fun stuff. So I'm watching this about the sign. I'm going back to the signage. You remember when we were having trouble out on the West Coast? Everything was F-I, fight. Five signs were everywhere, and I remember commenting on it and thought it was funny. Well, that's the difference. There's a difference between the West Coast signs and what we're seeing in Minnesota with their I signs. It's a little thing, but I'm just saying there's a bit of an attitude difference, a little bit of a difference in culture between the West Coast and Minnesota with their signs. It's not a big thing. It's just something I noticed.
Well, and we're looking live on the TV. It looks just moments ago. Agents released tear gas.
Yeah, somebody dropped some gas out there.
Yeah, gas is the same everywhere. Oh, gas is that's the same. Anywhere you go, it just here. Listen, hey, my last on my fun list. I told Eddie I saw the South Park, the AI South Park that's going around. Have you seen that? The fans did it. It's South Park Somali, when they're at the Leering Center and the whole set.
Oh, I did see the
definitely
Leering Center,
see that. Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was funny enough that it's funny how South Park it's not something they did, but still it's like a parody of a parody. It's like they're being shamed into this is what you should be doing and what you would have done in the past to make fun of these jokers. That's all I got, man. Stay warm, guys.
You too, Sammy.
Yeah, I'm boiling chicken, man. Anything to warm my.
Oh, that'd be good today. That's a good day for that. See you, man.
Actually, yeah, nice yummy soup.
Yep.
Yeah, the Chief Border Patrol Agent Greg Bovino is talking to Fox News right now, saying we suspect a large number of the protesters aren't even they're from out of state.
Just don't.
Large number getting paid.
Whenever I see one with a bicycle helmet on or a motorcycle helmet, I'm instantly suspicious of that guy.
Motorcycle helmet?
When they in that protest, when somebody's got a helmet on that ain't the cops, they came to fight.
Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey, it's Papa B.
Hey, Papa B.
Hey, guys. Well, I mean, Eddie, have you ever considered a man's sphere or a bro?
The problem is not with the breasts themselves as much as it's just the nipples. I've been that way since I was a kid.
Sometimes, Eddie, if the bra fits.
As long as it lifts and separates and gives you all that comfort.
Yeah, and I hear you do have back problems.
Occasional lower back problems, but that's something else. But if there's any questions about anyone, they can go check out my Facebook page and see.
Solve one problem, solve multiple problems.
That's right.
Anyway, so yeah, man.
Enough about Eddie's warlocks, all right?
I can't even remember when I called him.
Something about ice.
It looks like Minnesota's ready to join the Confederacy.
I know. Goodness.
175 years too late, but well.
Yeah, I saw.
Can you believe it? All this 10th Amendment stuff now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw Mayor Frey saying, "Can you imagine what it's like having thousands of federal troops imposing their will on your city and the local?" It's like, and I think I just commented, "The South has entered the chat."
Right.
Yeah. Wow, what a strange turn of events. They really were for the federal government way back when, but now all of a sudden not so much. But they are they're perfectly suited to be blamed for these strong federal powers. I mean, they've loaded it up for years and years and years.
This is true. This is true.
Don't, do all this and then complain about it. But anyway, yeah. So it looks to me like Trump is poking them pretty good here. Is he spoiling for a fight? I think so. Trying to get them to a point where he can declare insurrection. Well, I mean, not maybe so much on purpose, but if it happens, it happens. What is it going to take? How much is it going to take before Trump says, cries havoc?
I don't think it's going to take much more. I think a
slip
few
the
more
dog
days of
before.
outrage like this, and I think he's going to say enough's enough.
He stepped all over his great Shakespeare illusion, Eddie.
My bad.
Well, all right, say it again. So when will Trump have had enough and cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war? There you go. How
I
about
like
that?
it. I like it.
Monday.
It would have to get to a certain point where if a ICE officer is seriously harmed or killed, God forbid, you
That'll
can see
instantly
that.
do it. But I'm predicting
would
by
do it.
Monday.
You start seeing guns
Yeah.
in the crowd,
Mhm.
that would do it right away. And I mean, these people are just crazy enough to try something like that. You've seen the Trans-Tifa folks; they're all arming up.
Absolutely.
So, I guess we'll see what happens. But I say Friday.
Yeah,
I
I'm giving
think
it till Monday. I think they're going to lose their crap this weekend, and that's going to be that.
Trump doesn't do things on Monday, though. That's the only thing. I mean, any kind of thing like this, he does it on Friday, usually. Maybe it'll be an exception.
We'll see. Who
But
does?
I'm just saying that if it is going to happen, I think it's going to happen Friday or maybe the next Friday. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, listen, thanks for letting me call in.
Appreciate you,
Like I
Papa
said,
B.
You a double A, a triple A, what? I don't know. D.
He ain't a D.
I'm a A guy. I think I would like to think I'm an A guy. Yeah.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Oh, that big
All
of bad
right,
problems.
Just go ahead and see what I can get you for Christmas.
Well, thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. Talk to you later.
See you, man.
Bye-bye.
This part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health. Are you tired of your man boobs? Well, Montgomery Men's Health can set you down the road where, you can get a man's chest again.
Sure.
And it could be, low testosterone, or it could be you have other issues like you're experiencing ED.
Could have that, or maybe you just don't have the gumption you used to have. You just don't want to do anything anymore.
You don't have the same snap in your
Yeah.
turtle anymore. No
Yeah.
more pep in your step.
No more get up and go. Yeah.
And that can affect not only your relationships
Oh man, it affects so much joy.
and your confidence in general, but your career will probably be
Mhm.
affected if that's what's going on. And there are a lot of these online folks that promise convenience and discretion, but it's often generic, and often some of these things are very unsafe too. Instead, get
Very
by
much.
Montgomery Men's Health. The urologist providers there is focused solely on ED and low T, and they do it the right way. No unproven snake oils without solid research. So if you call them up today at 440-3663, that's 440-3663, they can get you those treatments that can help you solve a problem or help you just maintain what you've got. That's right. Just like going to the gym to maintain muscle, there are ways to keep ED and low T at bay without a pill. Without a pill. You're starting to notice things get a little shaky, though you're like, it's more that, you have those moments in life, right, Eddie,
Mhm.
where you're like, what was that?
Yep.
Well, get by Montgomery Men's Health. Again, that number, 440-3663, or you can book online in under 30 seconds at montgomerymenshealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health for every man in every season of life. The White House is blasting the horrific and all sorts of terrible things being said about ICE. There are now, of course, calls by some members of Congress who have no power at all. Like, heck, even the ones in the majority have no power, it seems, on many issues.
Yeah.
But this is the guy, Indian-born, not Native American, Indian-born Shri, S-H-R-I, the Nader?
That's
I'll
what
go
you
with
say.
that.
I'll go with that.
Yeah. He's going to introduce a bill to abolish ICE.
Oh.
And I got to say, Eddie, I think it's a terrible idea, but let's at least hear the man out. You know, we're too quick to judge. Aren't we being the
I'm very
partisan
judgy right now.
a-holes? Why are we judging?
I'm looking and I'm going to be judgy.
Let's not judge a book by its cover or by a name.
Okay.
Let's hear the man out. Now, it seems like a crap idea to abolish ICE at
Yes,
this
sir,
time.
it does.
It also seems like a silly one.
Yes, it does.
Like, I want a toilet made of solid gold right now. Like, no, it's not in the cards.
Right.
It's not going to happen. So let's at least hear the man out before we judge this.
Okay.
And we must reform ICE. But it looks at this stage, folks, ICE is beyond reform. ICE is totally out of control. And this week, I intend to introduce a bill to abolish ICE. We need to make ICE go away. 2003. Before 2003, without ICE, various federal agencies were able to take care of business, and we can do this without ICE. But we do not need the murderers. We do not need this paramilitary organizations members on our street.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with a big fat no.
Send him back to the rusty can that he came from, man.
Daggone.
Got nothing for somebody like that. And it goes back to, and I'm sure, I know there's a name for this, but I'm back to the point of, if you ain't born here, you can't run nothing here. You can't even be a damn dog catcher, because we love to think we can trust people, but we, the American people, get screwed by these same people every time. If you ain't born here, you ain't running nothing.
But they won office fair and square.
That's fine.
Sure.
Let's go look into that whole fair and square thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it was always on the up and up. And I just love this argument. You know, in 2003, it was great.
It wasn't.
It wasn't great.
Why did they develop ICE, Joey? Why'd they come out with that?
And again, people were sharing yesterday. CNN did a ride along with ICE in 2016 under Obama.
Yeah.
And it was a puff piece.
Yep.
It was, we love these guys. And they're like, well, but they're not using the paramilitary tactics. Like, maybe it's because you weren't getting all the resistance from local PD.
Exactly.
And I'm stuck on still. Minneapolis only has 600 officers. Like what? Birmingham is 1,000 now, right?
Pretty close to it, yeah.
Minneapolis is a big city.
Big
What
blue
the hell
city.
is that?
Big blue city, Joey. Defund police. This is what you get.
No, and seriously, for all, especially the folks who are like, we're protecting the victims here. It's like, what about the administration has a great point. What about all the people victimized by these monsters that you allow to live in your communities with impunity?
Dude, you see them. They're getting away with rape. They're getting away with murder.
Yes.
And these are the people that are protecting them. So how can you have any respect for that? I can't respect you if you're trying to protect a murderer, a rapist, a drug dealer. No, I got nothing for you, man. Yeah. You and him both can go.
But I have a sense this is not working for the Democrats.
No, it's not.
Not at all.
No.
I mean, there are folks that are always, you know, I think I'm kind of in this camp. I hate it when you have video if somebody ended up dead. And there are different degrees to this.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Charlie Kirk thing is the worst thing I think I've ever seen in 15 years of doing this. But there have been many, many, many videos where even when I think, like, say, an officer is justified, I don't want to see that.
No.
Remember the guy, I can't remember his name, where he was trying to take some kids from, like, it's him and his ex having a fight. And he's trying to take some kids. He doesn't have custody in his car. Officer shows up to the scene. He has a long rap sheet, especially like bad relationship, domestic assault. And the guy's like, you know, stop. And the guy walks to the front seat of his car and is clearly grabbing a knife, and then he gets shot.
Yep.
I remember watching that for the first time live on air. I'm like, I don't want to see it. I think at the end of the day, and they made a whole thing out of it, and he got interviews and all that.
Yep.
It's like, oh.
It's right up there. To me, it's right up there with the high-speed chases. Yeah, I hate it. I get suckered into them, but it never ends well.
Well, and then also you can clip these things to where, like, look, the police officer was violent, and I have gotten to the point of like, well, why?
Well,
there are definitely cases, if you watch a full 20, 30 minutes, there are some cases where cops are acting quite badly. And they're all cowboyed up or whatever. They're having a bad day, whatever it is. Or that guy shouldn't have even had that job because of all sorts of mental issues or whatever. But then there are many, many, many more where, well, the police just acted violently, and then you get the whole tape, and you're like, yeah, they should have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway. 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. So you're not going to buy that guy's idea to abolish ICE? But we should.
I know he's elected. He's the most popular person. I get it. But at some point, can we have competency tests on that?
No, for Congress, no.
I mean,
we can't have competency tests
just
for
some
members
basic,
of Congress.
Just some basic, like comprehension.
Except for our members of Congress, right? Yeah.
Well, I think ours would pass it.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Actually, yeah, I
feel very confident.
Even the Democrats in the state would do all right.
Yeah, I feel very confident with that.
Oh, goodness gracious. In a second, we've got the foreign minister of Denmark changing his tune pretty quick after meeting with Rubio and Vance yesterday.
Okay.
Health update on Victor Davis Hansen. Apparently, I don't even have to play the clip. He had major surgery 2 days before Christmas. Right. And the surgery was to remove a cancer and remove part of his lung.
Mm-hmm.
So that is indeed major surgery. But apparently, they think it's been a success, and he is slowly recovering. But removing part of the lung, that is a long recovery process.
Oh, yeah.
But that's good news because talk about a treasure.
Yeah.
And beautiful thing, though, I've learned is like you can, especially if you're a writer or you make music or you make art of any type, you make things. You're an architect or you build things. Like you can leave a legacy that will last a long, long time, even as your body starts to fail you.
Plant a tree,
It happens to us all.
Plant a tree.
We did a few of that in the neighborhood. I passed one that was dedicated to my mother and my grandmother every day.
We did one in Highland Gardens. I think it was at school. And I still ride by there. And it takes me back to the day that we did it.
We also have Trump released his Great American Healthcare Plan. That's what it's called. It's like, what's your healthcare plan called?
It's the great one.
Great Healthcare Plan.
I'm on the great one.
And then a crazy story where a man jumps out of his car to save 2 toddlers from getting hit.
Oh, good Lord.
After they walked into the middle of a busy road in Florida.
Wow.
Guy is a true hero. Also have a clip explaining, I won't tell you who, but this might explain why a lot of women are fat.
Cheesecake?
Well, cheesecake. I mean, that's why a lot of men and women are fat. It's just, who do women listen to a lot? Especially the ones
I know
that
they don't
stay
listen
home
to men.
and they just pop Klonopin or Xanax.
Oh, man, are we talking about The View?
Yes. And then there was a pioneer in Daily Talk who was on The View as a guest.
Donahue?
Not Phil Donahue.
Darn it.
Who was the woman?
Oprah Ray.
Oprah. We're going to get into
Not a fan.
Into the new theories of obesity.
Have you ever read one of her books that she recommended?
No.
Because if there's a book that on her list that I'm reading, I will put it down immediately.
No. And then, of course, we have not forgotten about all the Elon Musk stuff. In particular, I'm happy to show you this lithium factory, like what they put
I can't believe they did it that quick.
Incredible.
That is amazing.
Pretty incredible. Before we hit this break, this part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services, and their Pest Pro, Ashley, and that great team are ready to help you out, especially if it's chilly.
Yeah,
it's
man.
so chilly this week. Not only should you let those faucets drip, you should be keeping an eye out.
Yes.
For activity inside your home, little critters, wildlife sneaking in there, squirrels and raccoons and possums. Ugh.
Yeah, they will, man. Any kind of little hole in the house where maybe
Mice
a pipe or
and
something coming in.
chipmunks and any of these little critters. They want to make a home out of your home because it's cold outside.
It's cold outside. Can't blame them, but I don't want them in my house.
So if you don't want them in your house too, which is the reasonable way,
Right.
you shouldn't.
Right.
Because it could be not only annoying and unnerving, but destructive. Call it Pest Pro Services. They have this new wildlife control service that allows them to, remove those critters from your home if you do have a unwanted guest. Or if you're just looking to make sure, like you want to seal everything up, they'll do a survey of your property in the sense of like you might have stuff around that it's attracting that wildlife in the first place that you're just not aware of. They can do it for you there at Pest Pro Services. So you can always learn more at ppsriverregion.com or just call Pest Pro Services today at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Did you know that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February? Did you know there's a good chance it's just hormones? Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of Montgomery Men's Health, and I started this clinic to take care of men. If your testosterone is low, then motivation, energy, and drive often follow too. And keeping resolutions can feel like walking through mud. Even more so as we age, these things tend to get worse if untreated. Guys, you're not alone. Your urologist-led support team at Montgomery Men's Health has your back. For years, we've effectively treated ED and low T comprehensively and with proven treatments dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate team, and by this afternoon, you'll leave with a plan that's designed to be sustainable for life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 334-440-3663 or go to montgomerymenshealth.com. montgomerymenshealth.com.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector. That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig? No, but it looks like you do. And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich? What's that? I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man. You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist? That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE. You know, I've heard a lot of good things about David Ernest. You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience. Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold. That's right, man. And I can see that you don't have very much experience. What do you mean, man? Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach. Yeah, man, well, I want to start out small and kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich. Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first. You think he's got a shovel? Never know till you ask. I dig, man.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
From weddings and concerts to cookouts and construction sites, TT Porta Toilets has been serving Central Alabama for over 30 years. Whether you need standard portable toilets with wash stations or upscale restroom trailers for special events, the Tierce family has the right solution for every occasion. So when you're planning your next big event or project, make it easy on yourself. Call 285-5513. or visit ttportatoilet.com. TT Porta Toilets. Clean, convenient, dependable.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Go to work for a family that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders is looking for experienced dump truck drivers. Call them today, 855-777-9785. Drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Lines and be part of the family.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Cold, raw day today with a high temperature only in the lower 40s, but it's that northwest breeze gusting maybe as high as 25 miles per hour. That will be keeping the wind chills into the 20s and 30s today. The winds die down tonight, but it's going to be a very cold night. Overnight low temperature by dawn, 20 to 22. A little better by Friday afternoon with a high in the upper 50s. Could be some showers overnight Friday into Saturday morning. Saturday's high in the low 50s. Another front will bring the risk of showers pre-dawn Sunday, maybe mixed in with a few snowflakes. Chances are small and it wouldn't be a big deal. Sunday's high temperature only up to about 41 and a very cold Sunday night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
I'm a better looking person than Kamala.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. So we mentioned before the break.
Looks like the Last Supper there.
What?
That picture looks like the Last Supper.
Well, what we're looking at is the view, the set of the view, and they're doing a wide shot. Yeah, and they do have enough folks to where it's like.
I really wish that could be the Last Supper for them.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's the Last Supper. I think
that's brunch.
I think for those broads, it'll never be enough, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, the person in the very middle of this assembled panel on the view is Oprah.
Oprah.
And Oprah.
Do you remember her last name?
Winfrey?
Okay, just checking. Just checking.
I remember Oprah.
I mean, she's a big one-word person now, so I thought maybe your generation had forgot.
I remember. I was a '90s kid.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, of course I know Oprah Winfrey.
You're bad. My bad.
Yeah, and Jerry Springer.
Oh, miss some Jerry.
You do?
Yeah.
Did you ever consume daytime TV in a heavy way?
Yep. Lunchtime, our break in Alaska, I worked at his warehouse. We'd watch Jerry Springer for 45 minutes, and it was.
That's not bad.
It was awful, but it made the second half of the day much better.
Were you ever into Cops?
No, because I was no.
You didn't like Cops?
I
wasn't either, but I had some roommates that were. So
Yeah.
I'd get home from class in the afternoon and they'd be watching it. I'm like, this is the damnedest thing.
Yeah, we had we had a cop shop downstairs, so we got to see the police in action all the time.
Oh, you saw the live action yeah, in the flesh. Okay. Okay. But this is this might have just been an artful way for Oprah to say this.
Okay.
But I always think don't behavioral issues. Don't go on and blame it on genetics.
Oh.
Yeah. Like you might be predisposed to certain things. You might have a proclivity to certain things.
Well, Lon, you're the same guy. That
You might have a
follow a dumb
disposition.
kid home, you'll find a dumb parent.
That yes, this is often true. But a man can change his star.
Okay.
And in fact, it's usually the dumb who do change their stars and get on the straight and narrow.
Okay.
The smart or got that, Luciferian intellect thing
They
going
know better.
on, and they're able to weasel their way
Mhm.
into all sorts of crooked paths. Anyway, I'll just play the clip, but I think it's always a little like I eat so much because of my genetics.
Oh.
Anyway, let's listen into Oprah Winfrey on The View.
All these years, I thought I was overeating. I was standing there with all the food noise, what I ate, what I should eat, how many calories was that, how long is it going to take? I thought that was because of me and my fault.
Yeah.
Now I understand that if you carry the obesity gene, if that is what you have, that is what makes you overeat. You don't overeat and become obese. Obesity causes you to overeat.
Wait, is that the same logic as actually Fat Bastard had a better explanation? It had more to do with psychology and like
his was
I
actually
eat
more
because
accurate.
I'm miserable and I'm miserable because I eat. Yeah, that was more accurate. But what is that? I got
Somebody else's fault. That's what that is.
I got to hear this again from the top.
All these years, I thought I was overeating. I was standing there with all the food noise, what I ate, what I should eat, how many calories was that, how long is it going to take. I thought that was because of me and my fault.
Who's putting the food in your mouth, woman?
Joey, thank you. And of all people, she has the resources. She could eat as healthy or as unhealthy as she wants. It is 100% her fault. But this is the same woman who did Weight Watchers for 20-something plus years and then finally had to quit because she admitted to taking Ozempic.
And by the way, that's what she's about to say.
Oh, no.
Now I understand that if you carry the obesity gene, if that is what you have, that is what makes you overeat. You don't overeat and become obese. Obesity causes you to overeat. Right. Obesity causes you to have all of, and what GLP-1s have done for me, and I know a number of other people, is to quiet that noise.
Yeah. To eat less. Oh. Wait, so the GLP-1s, Ozempic, is allowed you to eat less.
Does a light eat less, or does it just make you feel full?
No, and like if you're sitting there and you're not obese and you want to eat a lot and you become obese, it wasn't the obesity that caused you to eat.
Because you weren't obese yet.
No, you weren't.
But once you become obese,
chicken or the egg crap about fat asses. Like that is, I know for a fact how I got fat.
She was a Weight Watchers person.
Yeah.
For many years, they're celebrity, whatever, until literally busted for losing weight because she's taking Ozempic. So what's she doing now? Is this nothing more than a commercial?
Well, it's GLP-1s, and there's newer ones out that are even more effective, less side effects. I don't knock people for taking these things. Some people do have I think it's more psychological thing.
100%.
Or they eat. They do it for comfort and all sorts of stuff. And
me.
Yeah, no, and I've done it myself too.
That's what I mean.
And I've been without the GLP-1 drugs, been trying to just do it on my own.
How's that coming, Joey?
Well,
it looks like you're making some gains there, brother.
It was like 240 something,
Yeah.
dude. I was 199 today.
There you go.
Yeah.
So how often are you taking Ozempic shots?
I don't. I don't
You do
want
it the hard way. You
I
work
don't
out.
want the side effects.
Well, you work
I
out.
take a crap load of supplements.
But you take care of yourself.
Yes.
Now
I try to. Now, and during the holidays, I ate all sorts of crap. And like yesterday, for instance, I had to go down there early to the state house and just all off my schedule. So all I had in the morning was like a 230 calorie protein shake. And I knew, okay, I haven't eaten that much today. I can eat a cheeseburger tonight. Now, I can't eat the double stacked with everything on it, but I have enough, like I'm counting macros. I could eat a cheeseburger and then I'll have, some like Greek yogurt and stuff.
But in
Dessert.
Joey's world, who you are a busy person, not trying to knock you at all. I would think Oprah would have 10 times more resources than Joey and therefore could eat healthy, much like Joey has chosen to do.
Yes, you have a private chef. I would love to have a private chef.
So is it the private chef's fault that she's obese? I mean,
well, but because it used to be, it's like, let's go get an entire thing of French onion dip and Brussels chips, and we're going to eat all that in a few hours.
That was a good night.
And then we're still going to have dinner, which is not healthier, and dessert, right? And hey, what are we having for breakfast? Like the all-star platter, like everything. It's like, what is that initial line she said? What is this? I got to hear it.
All these years, I thought I was overeating. I was standing there with all the food noise, what I ate, what I should eat.
You were overeating.
What is food noise? What is food noise? Is that the crisp that when I bite into it?
It's like craving.
Uncontrollable? Maybe can't control yourself a little bit?
No, I can't help it, Doc. I just have an oral fixation.
How many calories was that? How long is it going to take? I thought that was because of me and my fault. Yeah. Now I understand that if you carry the obesity gene, if that is what you have, that is what makes you overeat. You don't overeat and become obese. Obesity causes you to overeat. Right. Obesity causes you
overeating doesn't cause obesity. Obesity causes you to overeat. I think that's what I heard.
No, you're right, Eddie. You know what this is? This is just a way to sell products to you fat broads out there.
1,000%.
Oh, God. And you know what? Like, if you're fat, there are health problems, all sorts of stuff. Some people like being fat.
Didn't bother me that much. My doctor didn't like it, but Didn't bother me much.
And you can live your life how you want. But overeating doesn't cause obesity.
No, obesity causes
overeating. Yeah. Right.
So if I'm not obese, I'm not overeating.
I told you this would be fun. We were arguing off air. What do we go to next?
Because I just can't stand Oprah. She's so fake.
I mean, and she's in a skinnier mode than past Oprahs in that.
Oh, yeah. She's skinny Oprah right now.
Mm.
How's Gail doing?
I don't know. I don't keep up.
Y'all still keeping Stedman down the basement?
Stedman? Who's Stedman?
You don't know who Stedman is?
Remind me.
That was her boyfriend, but she would never marry. So really, it's always just been her camouflage.
Her beard, so to speak?
Yeah, it's her and Gail, man.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
They're like together?
As far as I know, always have been.
Like sapphic tendencies? Well,
that's why Stedman stays in the basement.
No, seriously, this is like the Lady Gaga excuse. Born this way for fat people is what we're hearing right here. Like, I don't think it works that way. Or maybe you do have certain proclivities, but it's kind of up to you to overcome them. And maybe you need some assistance. Go for it, dude.
But don't we have, I mean, there's a gazillion genes out there. What about the alcohol gene?
Right.
What about?
Right. And I think human nature is very real, but there are ways to train yourself, to develop your conscience, your behavioral patterns.
Self-discipline, maybe?
Well, and this is nuts, and we don't have a lot of time to explain this. Maybe I'll do it a little later. But Lex Friedman just interviewed this guy, Paul, can't remember his Regassi or something, Paul something. He's a guy, Lex Friedman, a year or two ago, went to the Amazon with them. Like,
oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
This dude is just a complete genius, badass, amazing fella. He came back, was on Friedman's show. I only watched about 15 minutes of it, but they got high definition footage and interacted with undocumented tribes.
I saw that.
And
I saw that.
It is one of the most surreal things because you go, those are human beings.
Yes.
But the way they're behaving is so
animalistic, I guess you'd say.
Yes.
Yeah.
And to where they gave them, here's the story. They gave them like a bunch of plantains and bananas, and they gave them the shirt off their back and like gave them a bunch of stuff. And like them were mirroring each other, like they'd wave and they're like, show them your palms so they know you're not a threat and all this stuff. And thinking we're building rapport here. The next day, locals who aren't the undocumented tribes, locals that just live in the Amazon, who are modernized to a degree, are going down the river. 200 tribesmen descend on them, firing arrows and to steal all the stuff. And it's like there's no like they have managed to translate and they tried to build rapport. And these folks are like, no, they do constant runs into the more modernized towns to get machetes because it's. And you're like, well, it's just natural. I don't know. And also, when you, not to, again, get too deep into this stuff, when you hear folks say stuff like, well, why in the Old Testament would God allow for like slavery during the Old Covenant? Or why would he tell Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac? And it's like, you know how tough it is to change human beings? Like he could have, I guess he could have. I don't think he that would be the way it would work, though. It wouldn't be freedom. If you want to change folks, you slowly over eons have to allow these changes to happen. In fact, I think it did take millennia for human beings to start to change their ways, having a new North Star guiding them in that direction. And we take that stuff for granted.
Oh, yeah.
And we always appeal to the genes or we appeal to how we're born.
I keep saying that.
And like you can recognize I have these proclivities, you can recognize I was raised this certain way, but
that's not everything.
I think there's a lot of stuff we take for granted, especially with our creature comforts now, that defies our nature. It is remarkable we have ordered liberty at all to what degree we have it in this country. It defies our nature.
Well, there are times when you realize that liberty is just, we're teetering on the edge.
Yeah. Anyway, I got all that out of Oprah saying, what was that?
How long is it going to take? I thought that was because of me and my fault. Now I understand that if you carry the obesity gene, if that is what you have, that is what makes you overeat. You don't overeat and become obese. Obesity causes you to overeat.
And we wonder why the Democrats are having such trouble. Anyway, We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At E-Bike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. E-Bike Oasis offers free 1-hour electrical bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by E-Bike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
This is Jennifer Pestricelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting, and we're powering up our sales team. If you're a go-getter who loves meeting people, closing deals, and helping local businesses win, this is your moment. You'll develop broadcast and digital advertising campaigns, prospect for new clients, and manage your own list of accounts, all in a fast-paced, creative environment. Outside sales experience is a huge plus. Media experience is even better. Ready to level up your career? Send me your resume today by going to bluewaterbroadcasting.com.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Oh, have you seen that commercial that's playing now? My health is my focus and my body is nobody's business but mine. And it's like a lot of opinions about weight. It takes strength to focus on health. Brought to you by Eli Lilly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I think a lot of these drugs, when used properly, are a godsend for a lot of folks.
For
who
some
have had
folks,
a lot
yeah,
of issues over the years.
Not everything is a one-shot, one-kill thing. I mean, this might work for you, not going to work for me.
Right.
But if you're not going to change your lifestyle, I mean, what are you doing?
Right. Oh, no. And if you don't on those drugs, you're going to pay for it.
I know a lot of people that had the is it lap band surgery?
Yeah.
And then literally within about a year and a half, they're as big as they were before.
Yeah, I've seen
so
that
I was like, I don't understand what happened. You know, but
like
I guess
Chris Christie did that.
Yeah, if you just don't have that drive and discipline, you're kind of wasting your time.
Yeah.
It cannot be healthy for you.
Well, I mean, you do get into questions like what's your metabolism and like, I mean, how does your body uniquely work is a thing.
Yeah, everybody's is different.
But the idea that you can't have behavioral changes and a lot of it has to do with your own psychology and your own choices is just a little silly. But I do love that it's like, it's a very poignant commercial, big old dude.
He is large.
And it's an advertisement for Eli Lilly. Welcome to Alabama, by the way.
You like fried chicken livers? I like fried chicken.
Actually, I don't mind those. That's part of the program. It's actually that struck me finally that Eli Lilly put their Ozempic GLP-1 factory in Alabama.
There's a base here, baby.
Can we get a discount? We need help.
Quantity.
The
discount.
obesity's making us overeat.
Imagine if Eli Lilly took Alabama under their wing and they made Alabama skinny again.
I might show them some respect then. As part of the program. In fact, the entire hour brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage. And there at Alabama Home Mortgage, Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon are ready to help you whether you're looking to buy or refinance your home. Now, interest rates are moving lower.
They are moving lower. I've been busy myself. I know she is getting busy too. People are getting interested. First of the year, a lot of things are going our way, but interest rates are what making the market move. So as we spoke to her before, I would suggest you get on the phone with her now. Make sure you're ready to go.
Go ahead and get pre-approved if you're looking to buy and get the process started. Or it could be like you want to figure out what's the sweet spot for me if I refinance.
Yeah.
To where maybe you pull the trigger next week. Maybe it's like, let's wait a month or two because you're trying to accomplish this particular goal. but at least start that conversation
Definitely.
and get it going, because the market is moving in a good direction, it appears. So you'll check out Alabama Home Mortgage today at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can always apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies like Kim and Madeline. Prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The Senate has advanced a three-bill spending package through the final procedural step that sets up a final vote for this afternoon. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are in a full court press to prevent another embarrassing partial government shutdown, still fresh off the longest one in U.S. history late last year. President Trump says he'll consider invoking the Insurrection Act after an ICE agent was forced to defend himself with a gunshot last night in Minneapolis when he was attacked by a man wielding a shovel. And the president has the power to either put in federal troops or to federalize the National Guard troops inside of Minnesota, something he says he hopes he doesn't have to do. But the violence has been escalating lately. Venezuela's opposition leader meeting today with the president at the White House. Trump agreed to sit down with the Nobel Peace Prize winner, Maria Corina Machado. This is SRN News.
Everybody loves the season of giving, but now the season of paying for it is upon us. That not so wonderful time of the year when millions of Americans open their credit card statements, stare in horror at the balance, and resolve then and there to find new ways to save money. If you're among those Americans, why not start by cutting your wireless bill in half right now with Pure Talk's Saver plan? It's easy. You'll get unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigs of high-speed data on a super-fast nationwide 5G network for just $20 a month. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Ho, ho, ho. And if you're active or former military or a first responder, you'll save an additional 20% every single month. That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe for the gift that keeps on saving from America's wireless company.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Shinbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Shinbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Cold, raw day today with a high temperature only in the lower 40s, but it's that northwest breeze gusting maybe as high as 25 miles per hour. That will be keeping the wind chills into the 20s and 30s today. The winds die down tonight, but it's going to be a very cold night. Overnight low temperature by dawn, 20 to 22. A little better by Friday afternoon with a high in the upper 50s. Could be some showers overnight Friday into Saturday morning. Saturday's high in the low 50s. Another front will bring the risk of showers pre-dawn Sunday, maybe mixed in with a few snowflakes. Chances are small, and it wouldn't be a big deal. Sunday's high temperature only up to about 41, and a very cold Sunday night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The holidays may be over, but the bills don't have to weigh you down. Let ASE Credit Union help lighten your financial load with our special post-holiday loan options. Visit us online at yourasecu.com or stop by one of our branches to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
1819 News.
A state lawmaker is offering 2 bills in the Alabama legislative session to help law enforcement officers and their families. State Representative Rex Reynolds says one of those bills provides scholarships for law enforcement families and did not pass the Back the Blue package that Governor Ivey promoted in last year's legislative session. Reynolds says that he hopes to see that bill get passed early on this year. The other bill has to do with staffing requirements for larger cities here in the state. Reynolds is a former Huntsville police chief who served in law enforcement for 34 years. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Did you know that 70% of people experience a potentially traumatic event in their lifetime, and that 6 out of every 100 adults face PTSD every day? Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness license plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org.
An Iranian national arrested in the summer of 2025 in Blount County has now been released from ICE custody. Rivar Karimi was caught up in an ICE enforcement operation last year. Karimi had entered the U.S. on a K-1 visa after he married an American citizen back in 2024. Karimi was also reported to be a former Army sniper for the Iranian military up until 2021. The immigration status on Karimi has not been fully disclosed at this point in time. A great white shark has been tracked to the Gulf of America after being tagged off the coast of Nova Scotia. The 12-foot-long shark has been named Ernst by the OCERT organization that tags and researches these sharks. Ernst only took 4 months to swim from Nova Scotia down the East Coast and into Gulf Shores water, where she was spotted this past January 11th. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Need some extra cash? Gold and silver are at an all-time high. Turn your old coins, currency, or gold and silver into money at Trademark Coins and Currency, the only coin shop in the River region with over 40 years of experience. Veteran owned and operated, and proudly serving Montgomery from their location off Vaughn Road. Trademark Coins and Currency is always buying, and free appraisals means there's no pressure, just real value. Make an appointment today. Learn more at trademarkcoinsandcurrency.com. Trademark Coins and Currency. Experience you can count on.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. You know, with all the talk of the Ozempic drug from Oprah there,
yeah,
from the GLP-1 drug,
Mm-hmm.
let's go to, this is Donald John Trump from the Oval Office. Just announced today that he has put out his great health care plan. So people are essentially like, when are you going to have a plan? When are you actually going to come out with a plan?
Day 3 since then, right?
Could you give us your plan? What are you gonna do, Mr. President? What's your plan? Well, he's come up with a plan, and the name of it is simply, well, I'll just let Trump speak for himself.
Plan to lower healthcare prices for all Americans and truly make healthcare affordable again. We're doing things that nobody's ever been able to do. We're calling it the Great Healthcare Plan. Instead of putting the needs of big corporations and special interests first, our plan finally puts you first and puts more money in your pocket. The government is going to pay the money directly to you. It goes to you, and then you take the money and buy your own health care. Nobody's ever heard of that before, and that's the way it is. The big insurance companies lose, and the people of our country win. This proposal locks in the massive discounts on prescription drugs that my administration is achieving through our most favored nation drug pricing agreement. Now, when you hear about that, for 40 years they've been trying to do it, but they never were able to do it. No other president was able to do it. I got every other country to approve it by the use of tariffs and other things. They all approved it. Nobody else got it. No other president got it. And for the most part, they didn't even try because they felt it was impossible. It'll bring down drug prices 80, 90%, in some cases, just numbers that nobody's ever heard of before.
Great.
Your prescription drugs will come way, way down. And under this policy, the prices of many drugs will be slashed by 300, 400, and even 500% starting this month at the TrumpRx.gov. So instead of Americans paying the highest...
How could something be slashed 500%?
Yeah, 500% off.
Yeah, but how? Like, you can't go lower than zero.
No, but it's just a percentage off.
Yeah, it must be off some moving projected baseline thing. That's I just always, when I hear those, like, it's down 1,000%.
Numbers, yeah.
Like, yeah. Well, based on what I was going to charge you.
Right.
Okay. Yeah,
yes.
Now I'm here. Okay.
Drug prices in the world, which we have for decades, we will now be paying the lowest cost paid by any other nation. So any other nation that's paying the lowest cost, that's what we're going to pay. And the American people will get the savings. So I have to reiterate, the lowest price in the world is what you're going to pay. Before, you were paying the highest price in the world by far.
That's right.
And the politicians did nothing about it. So I'm asking Congress to complete the work that we've started. Next, my plan would reduce your insurance premiums by stopping government payoffs to big insurance companies and sending that money directly to the people. Obamacare was designed to make insurance companies rich. I call it the Unaffordable Care Act, with billions of dollars in taxpayer subsidies that help their stock prices skyrocket over 1,700% as you paid more money for healthcare every single year, more and more. The premiums went higher and higher. I want to end this flagrant scam and put extra money straight into the healthcare savings account in your name, and you go out and buy your own healthcare, and you'll make a great deal. You get better healthcare for less money. That way you can choose the care that is right for your family. To further reduce insurance premiums, my plan ends the giant kickbacks to insurance brokers and corporate middlemen that only drive up the costs, and that's what they're intended to do, drive up the cost. But we're driving down the cost. And it fully funds a long neglected part of the law known as the Cost Sharing Reduction Program. This measure alone should cut premiums on the most popular Obamacare plans. It's hard to believe there are any because it's a hated program. It's unaffordable, but it's going to cut them by an average of 10 to 15%. Next, the Great Healthcare Plan. That's the name. It's called the Great Healthcare because it's great healthcare.
Keep it simple.
At a lower price. Mandates unprecedented accountability and transparency from insurance companies and all healthcare providers so that special interests can no longer profiteer at your expense. As the saying goes, sunlight is the best disinfectant. That is why my plan orders all insurance companies to publish rate and coverage comparisons in very plain English. It requires insurers to publish detailed information about how much of your money they're going to be paying out in claims versus how much they're taking in profits. In other words, you will be able to watch the scam. It forces them to release detailed data on how many claims are being denied and whether those denials are eventually overturned on appeal. And most importantly, it will require any hospital or insurer who accepts Medicare or Medicaid to prominently post all prices at their place of business so that you are never surprised and you can easily shop for a better deal or better care. And you're going to end up doing both. You're going to get a better deal and better care. We will have maximum price transparency and costs will come down incredibly. I'm calling on Congress to pass this framework into law without delay. Have to do it right now so that we can get immediate relief to the American people, the people I love. Thank you very much.
Not a bad start.
Nope.
Not a bad start at all.
Okay, but a question now, because I know like the drug prices. I know people used to go a lot of times to Mexico to get certain drugs because it was so much cheaper.
Yes.
Legitimately, they're legal.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if that's the prices that we're talking about coming down to.
No, what he did, most favored nation.
Right.
So how it was working was the United States was paying like crazy, and in particular, the United States government was paying like crazy for drugs, and then all these other nations wouldn't say, well, we're not paying that amount, and they're like, well, we're making enough off the United States, we'll give you all these discounts, so you'll actually still buy our thing.
Exactly.
Well, Trump has now said, whatever is charged, we must have the lowest. So what's going to happen is a lot of the drugs that might have cost thousands of dollars will come down to a reasonable rate. It won't be like, oh, it goes to the lowest price you might have gotten in Mexico, but it'll sort of balance out. Like all that money that was not coming out of Europe, not coming out of other developed parts of the world, will now bring down the price here in the United States.
I'd love to be able to see some comparisons because I think this is something we should have done years ago. I mean, we're screwing our own people with that.
And the health, like sending the money directly to people makes a lot of sense. And price transparency, you could get a sense where folks go, I'll just pay for this procedure.
Yes.
Like, I'm not gonna and because some video came out, there's example after example after example of the screwy pricing systems, where one guy said, yeah, in California, you sent me a bill initially I had to call the ambulance and for $600. And then I said, well, we're actually insured. So I sent you by insurance. And then the bill you sent me back, now I'm up and I have to pay $1,000. Like, oh, well, that's because we gave an uninsured discount, but with your insurance, they only cut the whole total is $2,300.
Yeah.
We charged them. They only covered $1,300 of that. So you have $1,000. And it's this because it's this constant game between the third party payers.
Yep.
Between the big hospitals, between the doctors, between the insurance companies, including the government and their insurance programs. And often prices are pegged, a floor is set by Medicare, I believe, in particular benefits. And so, you're completely removing the consumer out of the whole process.
The one that
this
needs
would
and
allow,
paid for it, right.
This would allow the folks that actually are getting the procedures and supposedly paying for it to demand favorable pricing, all sorts of things.
But there's been many times where I've had an accident and that we'll ask them, what's the insurance going to cover? And they've told me at Prime Member before, you can take care of this for $50.
Yes.
No, you know what? Here's $50. Don't call my insurance company.
Yes.
Let's
Yes. Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff like that. And that's, again, for the life of me, I don't understand this. Like, why is it we do insurance on an annual basis when we know, especially in terms of health, yes, a catastrophic thing can't happen to you when you're young and healthy.
Yeah.
But we all know, in general, costs go through the roof when you get old.
Yep. 50 up. 50
So why are we not creating plans that reflect that reality of just human life?
It's terrible because you see so many people after retirement go bankrupt over medical.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And
then to make sure you get a great nursing home stuff, you got to pay into long-term
I think
health insurance.
My generation, I think, is where that's going to get messed up because most of us didn't prepare for that part.
What a mess.
Too busy raising you guys.
What a mess. In a second, I want to get to Elon Musk and this lithium plant.
Yes.
They came up with. Let's go to line one real quick. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey, this is East.
Hey,
East. What's up, buddy?
Oh, man. Listen, and Eddie, I'm going to be calling you soon, but that's another topic. Hey, dig this. I remember when I bought my first major piece of jewelry, it was a pair of wedding rings back in the 80s.
Nice.
And they told me that the jewelry store marks those things up hundreds of percentages, so that that if you were to shop it on an open market, you probably could get the same or similar item for less.
Yeah.
But this is going on in medicine. I mean, look at the price of diabetic drugs, insulin. It's ridiculous.
That's a good one.
Hundreds of percentage up, and people's lives depend on that.
Yep.
And what is it? The stuff that people take for anaphylaxis, the pen.
Yeah, EpiPen.
Yeah.
And you remember that? Yeah, that was a few years back when that guy suddenly jacked that up. I forget how many thousands of percent. Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's just to give you some perspective, Joey. I know you haven't bought a wedding ring yet, but yeah.
And that's happening in every.
If you do, you're going to shop it.
Oh yeah, well, but I think that's in every market. We were talking about this with beef the other day.
Yeah.
Like it's much less expensive to buy a whole cow right from a butcher, but often it's more convenient to buy at the grocery store, and you got to pay for the shipping there, the processing, all.
That's
sorts
exactly
of stuff.
right. Yeah.
So and certain markets are more sensitive than others to those sorts of markups, but depends.
Yeah, but the medicine thing that's had to happen, and I'm glad that he had the courage to step up. And I'm sure somebody will criticize it, but
of course,
sure.
It's, as a cancer survivor, man, some of the bills that I saw were just absolutely insane. I would have been ruined if I didn't have insurance.
Oh yeah.
But the price they had to pay for it was just crazy.
Yeah. So it's a screwed up system, and this seems like a good first step in the right direction.
Definitely right direction. Yeah.
We'll see what Congress does, if anything.
There we go.
I think so too. Eddie, look for me to call, bud.
Looking forward to it, East.
Thanks, East.
See you, brother.
Later.
Now, you remember this Chamath fella?
Chamath?
This dude?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I think he invested early in Facebook. He's a billionaire now.
A billionaire.
And this is an older clip. I think this was on Tucker Carlson's show a while back, but this, just to set the table here, is Chamath talking about Elon Musk in the context of what do the rest of us in tech do? Like, so he's in a way criticizing himself and his whole crew that he made a bunch of money with, but just listen in.
In Silicon Valley, I think it's fair to say that we have had a lost decade. And when you look underneath why, what are the two most or three most or four most incredible technological achievements that the Silicon Valley has created in the last decade? You're hard pressed to find it. So in one example, you have Elon. He's created reusable rocketry. He's created an entire global mesh of communications infrastructure. He's created electric cars. That's an incredible thing.
The second thing he said, yeah.
And he's done that with one hand tied behind his back, meaning fighting the government, local, state, federal, at every single turn over the last 10 or 15 years. What have the rest of us done? We've created AirPods and Instagram Reels.
So it kind of hits you in the face of
It really does, man.
Elon is something special.
Right.
And it goes back to that point we started with. How do you get famous? Like, you can just be amazing at what you do. But Starlink.
I invented Angry Birds.
Right. I think also Elon is now leading in AI.
Oh, really?
Clearly leading in AI. Yes. There are certain things also that we're not seeing as consumers. I think
sure.
Tesla is far ahead with like real world application of AI, like embodied AI in the world.
A robot still got my attention. I'm ready to have me a couple.
Well, so what's one of the big geopolitical things you often hear about is rare earth minerals, right?
Right.
And like, we're way too reliant on China's control of all this stuff.
Yes, we are.
Well, he did it again. Elon Musk and Tesla have officially completed a first of its kind massive lithium refinery in Robstown, Texas, in less than 3 years. The facility actually began initial operations just 19 months after groundbreaking.
That is incredible. Dude, that is incredible.
The United States is now breaking China's stranglehold on critical minerals. And so let's listen in. This is a video released, I think, yesterday or this morning. And it's Tesla showcasing exactly what they have put together.
This refinery is the first spodumene to lithium hydroxide refinery in North America. We're deploying a new technology platform that is inherently much more environmentally friendly and cleaner. It's a simpler process. It's a less expensive process. I'm Jason Bevan. I'm the site manager for Tesla's Gulf Coast Lithium Refinery, just outside of Corpus Christi, Texas. Spodumene is a lithium-containing ore. It's a hard rock material that is rich in lithium.
We sustainably source spodumene and bring it to site, where we then run it through a series of conveyance systems, take it through a kiln and cooler. From there, we take it through an alkaline leach and additional purification steps, take it into crystallization and produce battery-grade lithium hydroxide. Our process is more sustainable than traditional methods and eliminates hazardous byproducts and instead produces a co-product named analcime used in concrete mixes.
Wow.
From breaking ground in 2023 to running rock through the kiln in 2024 to start a full integrated plant startup now in 2025, we've achieved the fastest time to market for this first of its kind technology. By removing many of the traditional stage gate hurdles seen in large projects, we were able to complete feasibility, design, and construction in parallel, significantly accelerating our construction timeline.
This refinery really enables us to have access to the critical minerals for energy storage, for battery manufacturing, and ultimately for EV growth. And it enables us to accelerate Tesla's mission by regionalizing supply chains for battery minerals and materials, by providing jobs, by cutting emissions from the transportation network that's required for those supply chains. It really allows us to usher in energy independence for North America.
Wow. I mean, so what do you think?
I think that Texas was ready and they got their BS regulators out of the way and they said, man, do it.
Yeah.
We'll catch up with you. Just keep going.
No, I think when they built the first colossal system or Colossus in Memphis, Tennessee, the AI brain.
Yeah.
I think Tennessee did a similar thing. All right.
Go
for it, dude.
We're going to watch you from afar. Do it.
And folks have been calling it. I think Jensen Huang of NVIDIA calls it the speed of Musk. It's unreal.
That's really is something, though.
And it's obviously, when you think about it in more detail for just a second, it's not just Elon, obviously.
Oh, no.
But there's something about the guy who attracts some of the best
attracts
scientists,
the best talent,
engineers,
Yeah.
and beyond just the science and engineering, like the folks that deal with the legal side of things, like the design artists, these sorts of things. Like, it's amazing.
If you're an engineer, would you rather go build Angry Birds or work for Elon Musk?
Work for Elon.
I think most people would.
Yeah. No, he inspires very smart people that they're actually doing something meaningful and they'll be challenged.
Yes.
And this ain't no picnic.
Smart people like that, though.
This is a tour of duty.
Yep.
Like, oh, we might be working on Christmas. Like, sorry, but
Do what
are
it
you
takes to
ready?
get the job done,
and I
man.
think it's something often lost these days, including in very rich places like you. That's why I played that Chamath clip first. Is I think there are a lot of folks who've made a lot of money with tech, and what did they actually create though? Just stuff to essentially for us to play with ourselves.
Pretty much. And they built
It's all
bunkers.
masturbatory.
And they built bunkers.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're like, who are you going to go with? I don't know. I love seeing like, okay, because there was this idea for a while of like, think of the guys at the, you call it the Gilded Age or whatever, but the turn of the 20th century in America, how quickly they put things up, built things, just got things
Got it done
with methods that were much cruder compared to what we
got
have
it
now.
done. That's the key
And they
thing
just
there.
got it done.
Yep.
And that spirit seemed to wane for some reason. Now, it really comes back. Again, I always recommend Arthur Herman's book, Freedom's Forge,
Okay.
where what FDR called the arsenal of democracy. Bill Knudsen at GM, FDR had been damning him publicly as a fat cat and all this stuff. But when FDR calls Knudsen at General Motors and says, I need your help to help mobilize, I think a war is coming, Knudsen says yes. And his family's like, why? This guy's been damning you in the street. He goes, well, when the president calls, I join.
My thought.
And you could see this massive just go get it effort. And it showed, like, even before a shot was fired, the United States were doing World War II because of that capacity. Think And a lot of folks have been informed by that Herman book. Much smarter people than me. They're actually doing these things, whether in the military contractor world or in, developing rare earth minerals and other technologies. We are in what is a production capacity arms race. It's not just about making things go boom or killing people. It is much more about how long can you make things go boom? How long could you sustain that? And the longer that horizon and the greater your capacity, the less likely things will go boom.
Right.
And also, these things don't just have military applications. These things will have applications across the board. I think we're heading into, if we don't screw it up, which, man, Washington, D.C. would love to screw us all. Washington, D.C. would love for us to stay in the gutter.
Oh, 100%.
Watch your stupid Instagram reels. Play with yourself. Here's your food stipend. Here's your health care stipend. Well, you might have to wait in line for that.
Yeah.
But, just don't complain too much and let us all have all the power and control.
That's what they want.
Or you could take a different approach. We can create. We can innovate. And all the things that folks, it's the rich who first got this thing. It's the rich who first got this thing. Rand Paul was making this point to Joe Rogan this week. It's like, it's not that a queen or a baroness or some titan of industry's wife can buy silk stockings. That's not what makes capitalism great. Is that with enough time and production, the factory worker can buy the silk stockings.
That's right.
But to get to that point where the factory worker can buy it, before the factory worker can buy that car right off the line after Trump signs it, you first have to sell it to rich people. So
That's right. You have to
always
have a
the
market
initial
to begin
thing.
with. Yeah.
Yes, before you had widespread electricity, who did it first? Rich people. So there's a benefit to people who have a lot of money, who aren't, again, creating things to just play with yourself. They're actually creating things that will make life just immediately better across the board. And that's been the story of the last 200 years.
Well, plus the product gets better over time. The product that your rich person, the silk stocking, first come out with is not a superior product, but by the time it works down to your everyday person, it's a beyond superior product.
Well, and now China's doing this thing, though, where they are essentially subsidizing industries and creating things at such low cost and wanting to dump it into U.S. markets. So I saw a review, great reviewer. I'm trying to think of his name. I don't remember, but I mean, he does a lot of reviews of all the latest tech, and he does a great job with it. Where he got one of these new Chinese electric cars, and I have to admit,
in Jamaica we see them like crazy.
They're incredible.
Joey, there's one
they're incredible, and they're cheaper than a Tesla.
There's one that looks just like a Bronco, just like, I forget what they call it over there, Ridge or something, but it was a Chinese made car. You look on the inside, it looks like a Tesla. The exterior looks like the Bronco. The interior is lights.
It looks like a Mercedes Benz.
Yes.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Incredible tech. But what they're doing is just dumping money, losing money, and the whole idea is to destroy productive capacity, like what Elon's building. So I think Trump's got a point with the tariffs.
But they're so expensive. I don't know, even in that Jamaican market, I don't know how people are affording them. If you could buy it in China, it's dirt cheap. But by the time you import it, especially all the way over here, you're going to pay through the nose.
Now, here's another clip about Elon. Now, this is J. Cal from All Ends, and
come on,
J. Cal, that guy.
Come on, Joey.
I like Chamath a lot. Like Friedberg a lot. He's a nerd. But
nerd.
J. Cal, just you smarmy son of a.
What, man?
No, he's fine. Like, I'd love to hang out with that smarmy.
Right.
Like, he's so weaselly sometimes.
Yeah, I wouldn't give him any money. I wouldn't loan him any money, but yeah, I'd have a beer with him.
Yes. And he's always, though, to his credit, been a big cheerleader, backer of Elon Musk. So take that with a grain of salt. This guy's always kind of believed in this guy. So maybe he's overstating this. But listen into this, because we just saw, massive breakthrough in a lithium processing factory. Got up and running in under 19 months. It's now at full capacity and running it under 3 years. Incredible. And also has, it's a more sustainable process what it actually puts off, the byproduct, is a usable thing.
Another product.
It's not just waste going into the ground. Pretty incredible. But here, Tesla's not done.
Okay.
Days ago, I went to Tesla with Elon, and I went and visited the Optimus lab. There were a large number of people working on a Sunday at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And I saw Optimus 3.
Optimus is the humanoid robots, folks. That's what I want.
I can tell you now, nobody will remember that Tesla ever made a car. They will only remember the Optimus, and that he is going to make 1 billion of those. And it is going to be the most trans ever made in the history of humanity, because what LLMs are going to enable those products to do is understand the world and then do things in the world that we don't want to do.
Yeah.
I believe it'll be a 1-to-1 ratio of humans to Optimus. And I think he's already won, but I don't want to speak out of school.
Now that one has a little double edge to it, doesn't it?
A little bit, but let's be honest. Let's see you get your fancy dancy robot. Let's see how many times he's got to go to Lowe's just to fix a project. He'll probably only do it one time, but you get me in there, I'm going at least 4 or 5 times to Lowe's.
No, but you get to run the project. Probably you can just go to Lowe's and then you have your robots do it for
This is what, honestly, me and a bunch of my buddies laugh about. When you're doing these kind of projects, yeah, you plan on going to Lowe's one time, but it's 20 times. These robots are going to make us look horrible.
If these things really are getting that good, and essentially what he said, LLMs, large language models like Grok or ChatGPT, which ChatGPT sucks. I hate it. Like I finally just
I can't believe you've got a brand now, Joe.
No, I know. I deleted off my, because I use multiple ones. I think Google Gemini's not bad.
Okay.
Grok I think is great.
But the ChatGPT.
No, because it's creepy and sycophantic and
really
controlled. And yes, I was like, I deleted the thing off my phone. Like, this is crap. Yeah, it's
give you the heebie-jeebies that bad.
I've learned to trust my gut
okay.
and the feeling. And ChatGPT, like, we've got a story here of a mother suing them because it used her son's favorite book to cause him to off himself. Yeah. And seriously, I got the more I use ChatGPT, I was getting creepy vibes,
like that?
And like being led.
Yeah.
And I try to make it point. You're not leading me. I'm leading you. Stop that. Like, and
heal.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. And all, but anyway,
really,
the large language models, those will be in embodied robots.
Okay.
And so folks say, oh, why do I need this for? Why did rich people, for instance, like think of like, like the British experience in particular, like, why did the Woosters have Jeeves, like the butler? Why would you ever have a butler and a helper and all that?
Because I didn't feel like unclogging the toilet. I didn't feel like answering the door.
Right.
I didn't feel like,
Any of this. I don't want to fold the laundry. I don't want to take out the trash. For $20,000 a year, or no, just $20,000, not even a year. You could finance it over multiple years.
Joey, if it were to come out next Tuesday, okay, and you've got a little bit of cash,
and they're not like they can actually do.
Yeah, they can do.
Jobs
Yeah, it's not a learning
like
type situation. Dude, I would buy one immediately, if not 2 or 3.
Yeah,
because I could just see the.
And when you see
the promise it would have.
By the way, when you see the long-term vision of like all these companies, the boring companies, SpaceX, Tesla, XAI, like, and people go, oh, what? Like Jared Isaacman at NASA talking about we're going to build a moon base. It's like, yes,
it's going to happen.
And it won't be people, it'll be robots building that.
But it's going to happen
with lithium batteries.
As far as we know, might be something else by then.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, it's like, this is the stuff that gets me excited, even if it blows up in their face and screw up.
It's going to a couple of times.
Right. I like, and that is for the life of me, the folks who are like, Elon's such an idiot, his rockets keep blowing up. And it's like, okay, like you're not an intelligent person, or you're a very emotional person.
Well, you've never developed anything because you don't get it right the first time.
Right. But this is so much better, ain't it, than the victimhood games or the infamy games.
Ooh, how's this robot going to be racist towards me, Joey? Is it built in, or is that a program I got to buy? I could imagine all kinds of situations me and my robot are going to get
Optimus, what do you think of Israel? What do you think of Zionism?
Yeah,
I am a de facto Zionist. They won the wars, and they've earned their.
I am de facto. We are from France. That's the world I can't wait to be a part of. I grew up with the Jetsons, man. We're supposed to have flying cars, So I'm over the creepy factor of the robot. I know it'll be a learning experience for all of us, and I know there are going to be some horror stories. But at the end of the day, Dude, I got a robot that'll paint my house, do my laundry,
mow the lawn,
change oil. Yeah. Go whoop my neighbor's butt once in a while. I'm happy as I can be.
And also, I think one of the first customers are going to be older folks with a little bit of money.
1,000%. But not only that, it's going to be older folks like myself. I know my mom would never purchase one. She just wouldn't. But
I think my grandfather would.
The relief that I would get and my siblings would get of that being there all the time with my mother, we would purchase that for that peace of mind. Yeah.
No, and then also it's already happening, as you know, like, well, the first real users, I'm thinking consumer end, but the first real users are going to be factories and all sorts of stuff like construction.
Well, they got that already. They're just not in what we consider like a human robot
form factor. Yeah, right. They just are arms and like other things going on. And then, you know, at the new electronics conference is going on, I think in Vegas or wherever right now. And CES or CSE or something like that. And Boston Dynamics, I kind of like their little humanoid robot.
Is that the little one?
No, they do have the little one that's like the dog walking thing, which those are kind of creepy. But no, they have one that's kind of like a human form factor, but it's just like a telescope head and almost like cartoonish, but joints that are full 360.
Oh, really?
So it looks kind of like a human, but isn't limited like we are. And it can do all sorts of stuff for you, but it's not trying to look like you. They had other ones there where people are trying to make them literally look like human beings. I'm like, stop making your sex robots. Stop it with the sex robots. We don't need that. We don't need that at all.
Mine don't even have to really have a face or nothing. Although I just realized it's going to need small hands. Because the biggest problem I have when I go to work on something, my hands are too big. I can't get my hands in those little things.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't change Pamela's headlight the other day. She could because my hand would not get into the groove.
That's nuts.
I know. She could fit no problem. So I can't wait for robots.
Anyway. 272-9228. This part of the program brought to you by Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group. And they're at the Goodson Group. Bo and his team are ready to help you, whether you're looking to buy or sell a house, property here in the Montgomery and surrounding areas. Bo's been working in the river region real estate market for about half a century now. And not only can they help you at the Goodson Group buying and selling property, but they have management services available should you want to rent out your home, which is a great idea here in this market. Y'all check them out today. You can always learn more online at thegoodsongroup.com or give them a call at 551-0225. That's 551-0225. Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group. We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Hi there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. For years, I've been asking you to call me at Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. Did you know the current national average turn time to close on a mortgage is 48 business days? But not at Alabama Home Mortgage. At Alabama Home Mortgage, our average close time is 16 business days. That's a month faster than the rest. How do we do it? With over 60 years of combined experience in the industry. Our team knows mortgages. Our years of experience yield a better experience for our customers. Folks, time is money. Whether you're looking to buy or refi, don't waste time with another mortgage company, bank, or credit union. We close on time, every time. Give Alabama Home Mortgage a call at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com to complete an application on your time. Our fast turn time is just one difference that sets us apart from the rest. It's not just a slogan. Call Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 158636-8, Equal Housing Lender.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector. That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig? No, but it looks like you do. And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich? What's that? I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man. You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist? That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE. You know, I've heard a lot of good things about David Ernest. You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience. Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold. That's right, man. And I can see that you don't have very much experience. What do you mean, man? Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach. Yeah, man, well, I want to start out small and kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich. Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first. You think he's got a shovel? Never know till you ask. I dig, man.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this. Listen close. You get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather. Well, hi, everybody. It could be the coldest night of the winter so far with mostly clear skies tonight. The winds die down. That's good. Overnight low temperature by dawn down to about, let's say, 20 to 22. With Friday's high temperature a little better in the upper 50s with sunshine. Could be a few showers late Friday night. Saturday's high only in the lower 50s. And then another front could bring some showers in the pre-dawn hours of Sunday morning, maybe mixed in with a few snowflakes. Chances are remote and not a big deal. Sunday's high, very cold, only in the low 40s, maybe 41 for a high with the breeze. And a very cold Sunday night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The River Region's News Talk Station. News Talk 93.1, WACV. News Talk 93.1.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back.
I'd make a fire tonight. I'll tell you that right now.
A fire?
Yeah, it's cold, man. Over here.
You got an actual wood burning fireplace?
Potbelly stove, man.
Oh, potbelly stove?
That's the way to do this.
All right. No, my folks always insisted on every house they built having a wood fire burning fireplace.
Honestly, it sounds crazy and I'm paranoid. That's the whole reason I got mine, because power goes out sometimes.
No, they did cheat a little bit that as a gas starter.
That's smart. That's not cheating. That's just smart.
That's smart.
Yeah. But then power goes out. And, you know, it happens here in Alabama. And I'd hate to be one of the people that got to go to a hotel room because they don't have no heat.
Yeah. That'd be no fun at all.
No.
Again, before I forget, this part of the program brought to you by Dylan Rings.
I was thinking about Dylan Rings. You know, I went over there a couple weeks ago and got some permanent jewelry for a friend of mine's daughter. She got a charm put on it, real cute turtle charm.
Yeah.
So she talked to me the other night. We're going to go on an airplane ride here coming up, I think, in about a week or so. So she wants to add a charm to it. She's like, it's permanent. Can they add a charm without breaking it? Yeah, they can do that.
Of course they can.
So we'll be going back over there to get the airplane charm. Yeah.
I love that.
I do.
Yeah, they've got a lot of great, let's say, starter jewelry.
Yes.
Or just fun, charming things that won't break the bank.
Right.
But it's people will love it. It's just the sentiment.
It does. It becomes a sentimental item. There's no doubt.
Yeah. And of course, maybe you're looking to pop the big question this season.
It's coming up.
You're looking to get engaged, put a ring on it. Gentlemen, get by Dylan Rings. He can work with you there. Josh Ryder and Leslie Ryder, they can both work with you there. It could be you want to buy something, already have an inventory, or maybe you inherited an engagement ring, but it's a little old.
Right.
You know,
you want to shine up a little bit?
Yeah, you want to
maybe it's got a
spruce
jewel
up the
missing.
style or these sorts of things. But if you're in that market to get an engagement ring, stop by Dylan Rings today. At least work with them. It's 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway. And be sure to tell Josh and Leslie that Joey and Eddie, those fellows on the radio, sent you looking for engagement rings and charm bracelets. 272-9228. Again, if you want to get into the conversation. So after Rubio and Vance met with the Danes and the Greenlanders, here is the foreign minister of Denmark after that meeting.
And we therefore still have a fundamental disagreement, but we also agreed to disagree. And therefore we will, however, continue to talk. We have decided to form a high-level working group to explore if we can find a common way forward. The group, in our view, should focus on how to address the American security concerns, while at the same time respecting the red lines of the Kingdom of Denmark. We expect that such a group will meet for a first time within a matter of weeks. And then I will pass the floor to my colleague from Greenland, Vivian Mosfeld.
Hey, that is such like speak of like, okay, uncle.
Quick question.
Uncle.
How did we get the Virgin Islands?
Yeah, we bought it.
Why did they sell it to us, especially so cheap, $25 million? Because we were going to take it.
Yes.
And so this is a very similar situation they find themselves in yet again.
Yes, we didn't meet the security concerns and all the things. Yeah. You got to hand it, though, to the Nordic nations, like the history of the Vikings, the descendants of the Vikings. Talk about changing the world.
Agreed, but I'm so afraid of that could easily be changed today.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the same pushback that they used to have.
True. I don't know. I hope Europe wakes up. I hope Christian
I
Europe
hope
in
they do.
particular
Yeah.
wakes up.
But I think it's got to get worse. And I'm saying that I can't imagine it getting much worse.
Well, it could always get worse.
I don't want it to get worse, though.
Anyway, we got to hit another break.
Right.
So it looks like we're on the glide path to some sort of resolution with Greenland. We
Yeah,
agreed
it's
to
gonna be
disagree.
ours,
We'll have
man.
a working group to meet security concerns. Okay.
I want to go buy some property there now. I got a feeling it's going to be worth more.
Yeah. All right. Get on that. I might get in on that action. We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Want that ride that is fun, affordable, and street legal? Check out ETG Outdoors in Montgomery. They have huge discounts on electric golf carts with many brand new units under 10 grand. New and used inventory, financing available, and they service what they sell. ETG Outdoors even provides lithium battery conversions and free delivery with purchase. Whether it's for the neighborhood, the farm, or just fun, ETG Outdoors, 7006 Vaughn Road, or online at etgoutdoors.com. Cruise smarter, drive electric. ETG Outdoors, your ride to freedom starts here.
Lewis at the Capital Oyster Bar, and I just want to tell you, if you're in business or got an event coming up and want to do some advertising, wisely spent dollars are spent down here at Blue Water Broadcasting. All the guys are nice, easy to work with, and I see results, I guarantee you.
Radio reaches over 90% of everyone in the river region. Shouldn't your ads be out there where your customers are? Call us to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Live local talk. The River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phone. Talk to Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray. How you doing?
Hey, I need a favor. Can we drag this ad out for like, say, 25, 30 minutes?
I can't. I could give you 7.
We got 7 good minutes, Ray.
Well, because we're in here moving all these displays around and they're heavy. And I'm tired.
I understand.
Yep.
And trying to be a good boss, I'm in the middle of it. All I'm doing is really getting in the way.
That's what good
Just
bosses
like Dad
do.
This morning. Yeah, we just get in the way. I'm trying to pick one of them. I'm like, no. Get over here.
Exactly.
But it's all coming together. The whole new showroom.
It's getting there. It's getting there. Give us a couple more days and we'll have all these floors down. But they are, man, they're good looking. And we're dragging these. I mean, the display's huge, right? We're just dragging them across the floor, and it's not leaving scratches.
Oh,
or
wow.
dents in them. It's crazy how this thing this floor holds up. And the pricing is just beyond. I mean, it's just, phenomenal. And no, Chad, they can't ask for you.
He gives the
Chad
best
just saw
discounts.
that. Tell them I give the best deals they ask for Chad. So if y'all need a floor that really is just absolutely gorgeous, the hardest one we have to scratch, call us 285-8117 because you're not going to beat this price.
Getting that number 285-8117, and be sure to tell them you heard Ray Bowles on the radio, inspecting, overseeing, organizing things for the team there. And 285-8117. And Ray, we were talking earlier about how it looks promising, like the Optimus 3 robot. Do you want yourself a robot to do a lot of that heavy lifting?
No, but I do have a automatic robot lawnmower.
Oh.
The front yard.
How are you liking that, Ray?
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
In the summertime, I drive up. It always looks like a piece of carpet out front.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's the
I gotta
future.
say that's and Angie's like, why do we need that? I said, well, why do you need your Roomba?
Exactly. It's an outdoor Roomba. I love the way you put
There
that.
we go. She didn't argue about that anymore. So yeah, guys, once you get your floor, the next purchase of that lawnmower is worth every penny.
Good idea.
Yes, sir. Well, happy lifting.
Yep. Let me get back to work, guys. We'll see y'all.
See you, brother.
Yeah, no, I'd like just a robot to be able to answer the door.
I'm telling you, you wouldn't stop with that though. I know I wouldn't. I'd answer the door and go put gas in the car, go wax the car, go walk the dog.
What's the weather today?
Yep.
It's stuff where people are already using all sorts of things.
They just don't realize that it's like an AI or a robot form. Yeah.
Like you're already using a lot of this stuff. It would just be like an embodied thing that can do all sorts of stuff along with answer pretty much any question you have.
That's the other part I'll have issues with, just like now when I ask Google something.
Yeah. But it is getting better.
A lot
noticed
better.
The change over the last few years.
Yeah, a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Did we learn anything else today? Oh, we learned that overeating doesn't make you obese. No. Obesity makes you overeat.
Causes the overeating.
We got that from Oprah Winfrey.
Yes. Somebody sent me a text a while ago. I didn't know this, Joe. You probably know this. Congress has 24 lawmakers that are 80 years old and older.
Sure.
More than half of them will be seeking re-election.
Wow.
Oh. He said that's like the third oldest Congress the U.S. has ever
You got to do it just for the pharmaceutical benefits.
I see a big disconnect between leadership and say you and I think that age there has a little something to do with it.
Right.
I didn't realize
I think it's, I'll just be blunt. In this state, the state of Alabama, what's going to continue to change the state for the better, I think, is generational turnover.
100%.
And that's coming.
Yeah, it is. It's actually something you see.
And it's already happening nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep in mind, whoever wins this new Senate race, our senior senator, so to speak, will be what, 42, 43?
Yeah.
It's a very young person to be in a pretty good spot.
Agreed.
Tuberville's what, in his 60s, maybe 70? I don't know.
I think he's in his 70s.
He looks good for 70.
He looks really good. So does his wife. Good looking couple. Power couple.
Honestly, if it hadn't been Tuberville, you probably would have ended up with a 40-something-year-old governor and Will Ainsworth.
That's what I was wondering with Will Ainsworth.
Yeah. I think he would have won governor.
I saw him on Twitter.
Not to knock Steve Marshall.
No.
But I thought Ainsworth was just solid and a very good campaigner.
Yep.
I just have a sense that it doesn't mean like young folks and new generations won't make mistakes.
No.
Of course they will. It's more like we won't make the same mistakes.
Well, it's not just that, but not to be funny, but younger people look forward. Okay. For a lot of answers they know are forward. A lot of older people start looking behind. We're not doing it the way we used to, and that's the problem. Not necessarily. Times have changed. We can't do it the way we used to.
Yeah, and have you ever tried to teach an old person to fetch? I mean, dog to fetch? Doesn't work.
Generally doesn't work.
They kind of just look at you.
Yeah. You go get it yourself. You should have thrown it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Has Roxy, your dog, gotten to that age yet?
No,
still loves to fetch.
She's still a puppy, man. She's
Love
still
that
got
dog.
puppy energy.
Good dog.
Something. Yeah, she's amazing. Amazing.
Well, good luck. Drip your pipes.
Yeah.
Strip your faucets tonight.
Get that fire going.
Wear some extra layers so your nips don't get too hard like Eddie Boy here.
They're gone. You have to wear Band-Aids, man.
Yeah, you don't want to chafe. Because that's just an embarrassing thing to be having a problem with.
Never really thought about it till now, Joey. Thanks for bringing one more
it's not
complex
as bad
into my
as like
life.
hemorrhoids, but it like, you know.
Oh, the roids.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Not fun.
My dad fought them most of his life. Poor
Yeah,
guy.
piles are terrible.
Oh, awful.
Yeah. You know, a lot of women get prayers, get
Yeah.
piles. Yeah.
Oh, I got some. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you got some.
I can
you
tell
shut
you,
your mouth.
I can
I'm
tell
gonna
you some
I'm
stories.
going to tell you to shut up right
It
now.
would be good. It would be good.
Shut up, because we only got like 30 seconds left. And stop tapping my toes with your toes. Dadgummit, how long
I
are your
didn't know
legs?
Your legs were so long.
Hey.
I really didn't.
Hey.
I mean, you're a short guy. I thought you had short legs.
Yeah, I'm not that short. I'm not that little.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, compared to what?
That's exactly. What are you comparing yourself to, Joey?
Yeah, some of these
Fifth grader?
Some of these jokers walking around here, you deviants.
We saw a guy, I think it was in the airport. The guy was 13 years old, already like 5'11". Had a shoe like this. I can only say there's one future for him, and he's going to be good at it.
You know what they say about men with big feet like that?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a grown man. My feeling was.
Big shoes.
Yeah.
Could steer a boat.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.